my life. So I hope it fits for you. And these are kind of the affirmations for the week. So we pulled two. This one says, it's the full moon in Pisces. So how interesting, we pulled a full moon card. And it says to balance spirituality and practicality. So, and I love that because I feel like sometimes we really want to, kind of, how do I put this? We hope and we just want so much for a sign or a symbol to be connected to a loved one, but we also need to balance that with some practicality as well, right? And then vice versa. So I loved that card for this week, kind of a little bit of an affirmation. Now, the affirmation for the week, this one is absolutely beautiful. It says, nothing is impossible for the heart. Love will always find a way. And I love it. So nothing is impossible for the heart. Love will always find a way. So, and I'll tell you, love is the most highest vibrational energy that we have. And it, I feel like it just kind of forsakes all, right? It's beautiful. All right. Well, speaking of love, I love to talk to and meet my callers. So I've got Tina from Seattle. Hi, Tina. This is Mini Medium.
Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, hon. I'm doing good. How can I help you tonight?
Oh, just anything in general would be great.
Wonderful.
And I was listening to your numbers. Your numbers were 16. What I got out of it is 1 and 6 and 7. That's my grandma's birthday. So it's just,
I love that. Yeah. Well, and I love how that kind of fits with even, as I pulled one of the cards, the affirmation about balancing spirituality and practicality. I feel like, you said that might be a stretch, but that's where that balance comes in, right? With your spirituality and practicality. And I love numbers and I never look at anything as a coincidence, but 1 and 6 being 7, I use that way of numbers all the time. So I wouldn't doubt that connects with your grandma. Absolutely. I love that. All right, my friend. Well, let's see. I'm going to pull a couple cards for you and let's see what direction we're going. And maybe we very well will be connecting with grandma or anyone else for that matter. Let me ask you, I keep getting pulled to you with some health things. Do you mind if we talk about your health?
Sure.
Okay. Just a little bit of something that I feel is coming up. I just pulled a few cards just to get us kind of some validation. Let me ask you, how do you connect with the month of August, my friend, or the number 8?
I've just got a couple of people that have birthdays in August.
Okay.
My ex,
okay.
for one.
Oh, yay. You always love those on time. We'll never forget the exes, right?
Right.
And can I ask just yes or no for you, Tina? Do you have children?
They're grown, yes.
Yeah. Okay. There's some reason I'm drawn to you, and I think I may even have someone in spirit trying to come in, but wanting to validate the kids, the children. And it's interesting because I have 3 coming in, but then 1 kind of moves out of the way. Can I ask how many children you have?
2.
You have 2?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So anytime I feel the 2 and then 1 kind of pulls away, this will kind of validate that you may have a child in spirit, or this may be where we have a grandbaby starting to come in. So do we have grandbabies yet?
Nope, not yet.
All right. Well, you watch, Grandma. One thing I'm very mindful of and careful is about predicting children. That's kind of where I'm very careful. And there's just a sense of where even into next year, this very well may be coming into play. So just kind of keep it in mind. Yeah, absolutely. So just really quickly, I want to talk about just some health things. I'm getting a lot of sensation or feeling right through my chest or my lungs, heart or lungs, but even coming up into the throat. So just be mindful of that. Have you been having issues with your lungs or thyroid?
Well, I have been diagnosed with tachycardia, so severe
Okay.
tachycardia.
Okay, my friend. Okay, that would be where, okay, picking up everything in the chest. I just want you to be very mindful and keep, that on, your radar per se. Okay. I just feel that
Okay.
there's even a hereditary line of this being some issues, even in the family, where, others may have the same problem, or if they have crossed over, they had the same issues. Do you
Well, yeah,
understand that?
my mom just died in March or May of lung cancer.
Okay, hon. I think we might have mom trying to come in because it's all in the lung I kept getting too. So I'm so sorry for the loss of your mama. Um, we may very well, and even though she just passed in May, I'll tell you, well, and if we even think about it, boy, I just got 16. If you take one minus, from six, that's five. She passed in May, right? Might be a little bit of a
That's
stretch
true.
there too, but this is how numbers work. Um, but just there is this feeling, even from your loved ones in spirit, wanting you to be very mindful of the breathing, the lungs, the heart. Okay. So please,
Okay.
be mindful of that. Um, there's also just another kind of general way I'm being pulled towards is you're in this very beautiful, I would say, chapter in your big old novel of life this year of really starting to see people in a different light. I feel like you're seeing the people that are really just not serving you in a good way. And I feel like that you're going
Right.
to see that you're going to cut them out, my friend, if you haven't
Okay.
already.
And I pretty much am doing that right now. So
Yeah.
that's spot on.
Yeah. I could feel
Yeah.
that. And it's a good thing, my friend. I'm just going to validate your decision. I feel like you're needing to do this. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
absolutely.
yeah. And I even feel, even if I do have mom coming in a little bit now, that being that she's a new soul, that, sometimes it takes a while for them to come through. But I have to tell you, I am tasting like cinnamon or vanilla, and they'll do this. They'll give me. It's called Claire Gustin. Do you know why I'm tasting like cinnamon, vanilla, nutmeg? So weird.
I,
Is it
I don't. I probably will think of
okay?
something later, but I don't right
Yeah,
now.
keep it in mind. They'll do this when, and it might be even with my next caller, but they'll do this to trigger where like this may have been like her favorite, drink, or she made, a certain, pastry or something of that sort. It kind of reminds me of snickerdoodle flavor. So kind of keep that in mind a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so just, and it could be my next caller because souls will come in a little bit early. But um, did now there's, I just heard I need to let you know that there's appreciation for keeping my feet warm. So if this is mama, there's a sense of my keeping my feet warm. I've got just that gratitude of even the socks being always on. Did you take care of mom at the end of her passing?
Yes.
Okay. Why is she so focused on my feet?
I would cover her feet. I would make sure
Okay.
she was all covered.
Beautiful. Okay. I just have to tell you, she says to tell you that thank you for keeping my feet warm because there was times where
Oh,
she wouldn't be able to communicate that. Okay. So just
exactly.
know, yeah, so beautiful. Um,
Oh,
well, I know I need to hop to my next caller, but I want to tell you the biggest thing I feel for you this year, my friend, is really putting yourself first, taking care of you, and just knowing that the people that have not been serving you, just it's okay to distance yourself from them. And I feel like even into next year, that's where these new chapters begin, and you'll start to see a better health. Just things are going to shift. So just be patient.
good.
I always say that's the hardest thing, right? That's the hard
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah. You find yourself
Yeah.
alone a lot, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I hope this gave you some answers, hon, and just some kind of comfort in knowing that, that mom is, doing okay. She's at peace. And, without a doubt, they'll be right there, kind of your biggest cheerleader. Okay.
Thank you so much. I needed to hear
Oh my,
that.
good. Oh, I love that. You're so welcome, my friend. Well, thank you for calling in, and you have a beautiful night.
You too. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, let's go ahead. We'll take our next caller. And I have Nicole, and Nicole is from Canada. Hi, Nicole. This is Mini Medium.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good, hun. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good, good, good. How can I help you tonight?
Um, just I guess the last almost year, I'm gonna say, has been just a real struggle all around. And just kind of, is there a light at the end of the tunnel? And what can I hopefully look forward to?
Sure. Okay, sure. Okay, let me I'm gonna pull a couple cards for you here really quick. And I just with my readings, I use tarot cards, but I use them just as kind of a visual validation of what my gifts are
Hmm.
giving to me per se. So I'm gonna kind of see what kind of falls out here and what we're being drawn to. Um, boy, my friend, you've got some very much needed release or relief of the masculine energies in your life. So
Oh,
this is the man, my friend. So um,
yeah.
let's talk about that a little bit here. I pulled a couple cards as they kind of fell out and just picking just intuitively. Now, earlier I was mentioning that the number 16 has been very prominent today. Do you connect with that number 16 as a birth date, death date, age, year? Does that resonate with you?
Uh, it's one of my son's favorite numbers. It used to be one of his football jersey numbers, actually.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, Anytime I get these numbers that connect with my caller or anyone I do readings, it's generally a loved one in spirit that's trying to come in and even validate that person or give us a message. So we may have someone on the other side wanting to give a message to your son or to you about your son. Are you okay with that if that happens to come in?
Absolutely.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, so the cards I pulled for you, this is really interesting. You pulled the death and rebirth card. I'll kind of show that on camera here. And it actually came out of the deck upside down. So anytime cards come out of the deck reversed, they connect with or validate your shadow work. Are you familiar with shadow work?
No.
Okay, okay. Not many are, so don't feel bad. I should just go into my whole
Eh,
spiel and even ask. um, but really, shadow work, it's the things that you are working on just for yourself, or the things you know you need to work on to just try to live your best life and be the best version of you. And being that this death and rebirth card came out upside down, my friend, this is so beautiful for you. This means that this is the death of the old Nicole and the rebirth of the new. Isn't that beautiful?
hmm.
I'm so damn
Mm-hmm.
excited here. So, however, there's the big old but, right? And
Yeah.
the big old but connects with the masculine. So, what this means now, the next card you pulled is this King of Swords card. And the king, of course, we connect that to the masculine, especially, more of the like high hierarchy kind of higher, masculine energy. And the sword is where you have kind of this imaginary sword, and you're using that sword to fight and to defend and to protect. And you, my beautiful friend, have been doing that a very long time, fighting, defending, and protecting, especially your son, who I have someone on the other side wanting to bring up. Do you understand that?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, okay. Um, there, you've got a very strong father figure on the other side trying to come in, father energy. Has dad or dad's your grandfather passed paternal side?
Yeah.
Okay. Your dad's spirit. This is your dad. Your dad has passed?
No, it's my grandfather. It's my
Your grandfather.
grandfather.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
my grandparents raised me for a
ah.
good chunk of my childhood.
Oh, I love this for you, hun. I love this. Well, your grandfather, and I feel like he's dad. That's why I'm interpreting it as dad, because
Yeah.
he does not like me
Yep.
calling him grandpa. It's not grandpa. So he just adores and is so protective of your children, your son. This is why the 16 came up. And there's such a feeling of just, I need to tell you from grandpa, um, his grandfather, even though it's great grandpa, but he looks at himself as grandpa to your son. Um, but I just keep hearing him say, please tell my boy how proud I am of him for that accomplishment. So something just happened or is about to that he just accomplished. Do you understand that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. If it hasn't happened yet, hun, it's coming. So, oh, he just brought up the number 18 now. Boy, there's lots of numbers coming up. Do you connect with the number 18, January 8th, or the 18th of a month, or the age of 18?
Not really.
Okay. Keep that in mind as well. Okay. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
I even feel like I may be going back to 2018. So what would that be? 7 years ago ish. But there's a sense of I need to bring that up, especially connected to the masculine. So just keep these in mind. Sometimes it takes a minute for them to click. But there's such a feeling this year for you, hun, that it's called cord cutting, and there's a source of energy. And this source of energy that I feel is full of the masculine is a bit of negative energy or toxic energy. And there's an umbilical cord, in a sense, that comes from that source and it feeds into you, but it feeds into you negative energy. And we need to cut that cord, hun, because that is what is holding you back from living your best life. Now, the masculine can connect to, your father, the father, I want to say fathers of your children. Do your children are there children with different dads?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Okay. So this is where it's a matter of letting go of any kind of guilt or anger or animosity that you may have towards these men. And once you're able to do that and cut that energetic cord, then this rebirth will happen. So I want you to just kind of work on that as part of your shadow work. Okay.
Okay.
I'm listening a little bit. I think I've got grandpa coming in. I'm going to, I do a little bit of what's called automated writing or psychography. It's a lot of doodling, but a lot of mediums use this to get energy out.
Okay.
Your grandpa's kind of a funny character, by the way, or your dad. God, he just
very much. Yeah. Yeah.
I love him. And he
was the king of like dad jokes, and
yes.
he was hilarious.
Oh yeah, that he's like throwing dad jokes at me left and right. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's very charming too, though. Very charming the way he's coming in. I feel like even he's wanting you to be aware or know that he loves how you honored him after his passing. He's showing me that you just made him so proud, hun, and that you did so many things to honor him, the man he was, and the father he was to you. Okay.
Always do. Yeah. I miss them so much.
Oh, I'm sure, hun. I'm sure. Did he smoke cigars or like pipes? I'm smelling cigar or pipe smoke. That came in really fast. Okay. I may have someone else trying to come in.
I remember. I mean, he told me would always tell me a story when him and his friends, I guess they were teenagers or so, they used to smoke corn silk.
Oh, that might be what this is. That is crazy. Um, it's like I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was, so I feel like you hit it right on the head there.
Oh,
That's funny. That's hilarious. So
yeah,
bizarre.
they
So
they
bizarre.
used to do that, and he told me that how sick that they used to get.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
Yeah.
Um, he does also want you to know that he says, I knew I was sick, but I didn't want to burden you or any others. Do you understand that? So I was sick. I didn't want to burden. It's a feeling of I knew I had some issues, but maybe didn't bring them up. There's a feeling of holding back, I guess, if you will. Can I ask if he passed of any? Well, you've got a couple coming through. I know that we're coming from him of having issues in the lower abdomen or the belly. Can I ask even how he passed? Why that's so significant?
Is it the same grandfather? Because that could be my other grandfather.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. That's why I said I think I have another soul coming in. There's that emphasis on the lower abdomen of having issues
Yeah,
there.
that would be my other grandfather, because he used to smoke cigars and he had stomach issues and passed with what we believe was stomach cancer.
Wow. Okay. Well, he's here too, hon. This is beautiful. I love this.
Wow.
It just shows how just even in this short amount of time that we've been talking and connecting, that both grandfathers, even though one was more like a father, the other grandfather, but how strong and how beautiful their energies are to be able to come in, validate themselves in such a beautiful way, but more importantly, letting you know that these new beginnings are coming, that they are your biggest, cheerleaders, they're your biggest advocates. They're the ones that are going to be pushing you. So ask them for the signs and ask them for the help, my friend, and you'll get it. You will get it for sure.
Wow.
I think
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love this for you. I'm supposed to also say full energies and just amazing readings, the flow. I'm telling you, it's this eclipse we've got coming, right? Letting go of the things that are not serving you and moving forward. So please check my stuff out on mini-medium.com. So it's mini, the little dash, medium.com. All of my stuff is on there, all of my social media, information, all my events coming up. And you can also book a private reading over Zoom or in person here in Utah. But I will see you guys next week when I will be having a special guest. Yay! We're going to bring on my friend that we talked about last time, Ernie Atwood, who is just an amazing, amazing soul. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for an offering of light with Robin Cheney. Robin Cheney. Live from RobinCheney.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is an offering of light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, good evening, and welcome to Thursday night on A1R Radio. I am Robin Cheney. I'm your host for the first 15 minutes, and I am a healer. So what that means is for y'all tonight, I'm going to bring in some divine light from heaven and just provide it to you and let your body absorb it and give the healing that you need at this time. If you have anything you want it to work on specifically, just set your intention and that's what it'll do. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get started and go ahead and get comfortable. On the count of 3, we're going to take a deep breath in. So 1, 2, 3, deep breath in and release. And let's do that one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, deep breath in and release. Nice. All right, so I'm just going to start running light for everybody. And we'll see where it takes us. I do want to remind everybody that if you like my offerings here tonight, you can go to my website, robincheney.com, and you can see the other offerings that I provide. Okay. Still running a light. I feel like the whole collective just needs to, they just want to feel better. Everything feels so rushed and stressful. And I tell you, I'm feeling it. When I'm not in this protected space, I am feeling it. So I love getting into this session energy where I'm able to relax and connect more with myself. I mean, I am talking so fast right now. That's how like everything is just crazy. It's just going so quickly right now. And even I am moving so fast. And it's not comfortable. It's not comfortable for me. It seems like there's just fire after fire after fire right now for my day job. Okay. I'm going to intensify the light. And so far, I'm not being drawn to anybody in particular, just kind of everybody just needs to take a breath and relax and kind of cocoon themselves to get some recuperative sleep, rest, because it's going so quickly. It's like it's going so fast you can't even, it's like the head is spinning, right? The head is spinning. You can't even see straight right now. Just so much. I'm feeling some twinges in my jaw. So somebody here may have some pain in their jaw. Oof, going up here. That's nerve pain going up and down. Nerve pain in the mouth. Oh, I know what that feels like, and it is horrible. So I feel for the person who is having this pain. Okay, so I'm also being drawn to like some indigestion, some what feels like digestive issues. So My attention is going to go down into the intestines, the small intestines right now. It feels like almost everybody has issues in their gut. Mm. And as I rolled back like this with my hips, like I felt some pain in my back. So whoever has the pain in their back, the light is going to work on it as well, even though my attention is still in the gut area and the liver. All right, we have several people with liver healing needed. So let's get into the liver, the small intestine. Let's get into the ileum, up into the colon. I feel like somebody is saying, hey, my bladder, the incontinence, right? The incontinence in the bladder, the urgency to urinate. Let's see if we can get some work on those issues for people. Wow. Feels like I'm just going to be drawn to a lot of people tonight instead of individually. So as of now, it can always change, right? I feel like there's a young girl here, and it feels like like when you do your inner child work, if you're a shaman, it would be a soul piece. If just working with therapy, it's usually like identifying with your inner child. And I have a 6-year-old female. She's blonde. There's a little bit of body in the hair, but not a lot. And she has pigtails out the sides. And she's holding a teddy bear. This also looks like a picture from the 80s. So if you were 6 years old in the 80s, or give or take a couple years, but yeah, around 82, 83, if you're 6 years old in 83, maybe even 84, somewhere around there, 85, somewhere in the mid 80s, we're going to say mid 80s. This may be for you. We're just going to give her some healing. Feels like it's like the rug got pulled out from under her. Something to do with the family. Maybe it could have been a divorce, or it could have been a move, a quick move. Excuse me. But it feels like the rug was taken out from her, from under her feet. And so the stability was off. The stability was off. It feels like she went inside her head at that time. And you were trying to help yourself, but when you're 6, you don't have the tools or the capacity, right, to make healing decisions just because you don't know. You don't know. And unfortunately, your 6-year-old brain did its best, right? But it cut off. So there's a lot of distrust. Sorry, Gemma is wanting a cookie. Gemma's my dog, whoever doesn't know. You may have heard her growling and yelping in the back, but I gave her a cookie and now she's ran off. So we should be good for a while. I know it's bad to pacify her like that, but that's what I do. Okay. It feels like a move, but there was also a split in the family. So I'm not sure what that was, but the move, and you had to make new friends, and that was really hard for you. And it feels like you would stay in your room, which was like upstairs room. It's like the house had like the top of the roof was like this, and then there was like this window that kind of looked like a third floor or an attic window, and then there was a second floor or a first floor, I'm not sure, but in the peak, this is the window, and this is the room that you would go in. It feels like your bedroom, and you would just hide out, and you would wonder about things, and you would really internalize a lot of self-doubt, and kind of stunt the expression. But you'd keep it in your room, but you would kind of keep it to yourself. So you lost some of the expression, and you lost a lot of trust. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. I don't know if it's a divorce or a passing, but something was pulled out, and then you had to move to this house where there was the peak and then that window. And I wish you could have, it feels like you were with your mother and she was also grieving. And so, but her grief didn't allow her to help you as much as you needed. She would help you, right? She would help you, but it wasn't as much as you needed. So you were taking things into your own hands. So we are working with her. We want to give her so much healing. And this is going to help your relationships, male and female relationships, whether it's romantic, boss, neighbor. This should help your relationships because it's trusting yourself. That's the most important. Trusting yourself that no matter what anybody else chooses to do, whatever their decisions are, you're able to step back and not be emotionally tied to those. So you go, oh, that's their decision. I can't control them, even though, who doesn't want to control everybody? I mean, I do, right? But you step back and let them make their own decisions. Now, sometimes that is hard, right? And you may have to grieve those decisions, but trusting yourself that you're going to be okay no matter what anybody else does, that's where we're going. That's the goal with this, okay? So we want to give her the healing that she needs. Oof. And it feels like even though she was 6 when this started, I'm getting 9, 10, 11. And when you went into your teens, your preteens and your teens, it was you were really self-deprecating in your head. You had a lot of negative self-talk, and it made you not want to be social. Even though you'd want to go to the dances, if you went, you had such a conversation in your head and it was all detrimental to yourself. And I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry that you experienced that. And I'm so sorry that you weren't taught to love yourself as much as you should. Okay. So we want to bring that to you, to accept yourself and to love yourself. And as they say on the airplanes, put on your mask first, right? Learn to do that and then help other people. Because right now, it seems like you've turned into a people pleaser. And that is like pushing emotions away, right? So nobody's able to help you, right? So, and you're the one that can use the help. But so you don't trust people, okay? So we are really working on building this trust. Now, if you're familiar with God's angels, pray to the angels and to God and to Jesus, whoever you pray to, and ask a specific angel of trust, to help you rebuild your trust in yourself. This beautiful angel is a female, would love an opportunity to help you. 60 seconds. Okay. I opened my eyes at the right time to see the countdown. All right, we have 60 seconds left. So let's go back to the collective of everybody here and who will be later on. And let's just intensify the light so everybody gets what they can get during this short period of time that we are together. I feel some relaxation coming in. More belief in yourself, more belief in your dreams. The hope is coming back. I have 30 seconds. Let's really start believing in yourselves and your dreams and the things you want to do. Not just live a dutiful life, but live an exciting, purposeful, fulfilling life, right? That's what we want to do. So, all right, I just got this smiley face. I'm not really sure what that means, but that means probably like 10 seconds. So I'm just going to continue running light. Thank you all for coming. I enjoy seeing everybody here on Thursday evenings, and I will see you next week. And if you have any questions,
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Zodiac Zone with Melissa Markham. Live from MMAstrovibes.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Zodiac Zone on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I want to say a lot of stuff is going on this weekend. This weekend is going to be crazy packed with a couple of interesting transits. And what I say about transits, when I look at a transit in the natal chart, it's always the transiting planets hitting your natal chart. And what we have this weekend is we have some interesting things, like I said. We have Uranus going into retrograde. It has been in Gemini since early July, and now it reverts back to Taurus. And it is in Taurus until January 2nd, 2026. So pretty much the outer planets, which are called the generational planets, and what I mean by that is typically Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. They stay in a sign for a long time. So they stay in retrograde about 50% of the time. So what does this mean for you? You're probably thinking. So Uranus, just to kind of give you a little background on Uranus, it is the planet of awakening, rebellion. And it asks us to reflect when it goes and breakthroughs, and it asks us to reflect before acting. So whenever you have a Uranus transit in your natal chart, it's like, boy, I didn't see that coming, but yet I feel it coming on some level. So in Taurus, it's going to focus on money, values, security, the body, and the earth. So some themes to highlight is, where are you stuck in your comfort zones that limit growth? Freedom around finances, possessions, and personal securities. Think of things like that. Like how does this all look and feel for me? And where do I need to kind of make some specific changes? So I wanted to talk about that. Another thing that we have is a lunar eclipse. It's it's the full moon in Pisces. And I've said on other shows, full moons are about endings. They are, in Pisces. Pisces equals dreams, intuition, spirituality, compassion, and release. It is the 12th house. So it is very karmic. And this is really about an invitation to surrender control and trust the flow of life. It is this moon is called the corn moon, and it dates back to the Native Americans growing their crops, being really close to autumn. So that's really kind of the background. There's a whole big story around it. And it's really the symbolism here is abundance, gratitude, and really reaping what you've sown. It's your time to really celebrate your personal harvest, the progress, growth, and the lessons of the year. Prepare for a seasonal shift towards autumn. Really, with Pisces, it's release, what no longer serves you, just as farmers clear fields after a harvest. So, how these things are kind of going to work together is really about deep transformation. Uranus is going to shake up some foundations and ask us to really rethink our relationship to security and values. Pisces is going to dissolve old patterns, making spiritual, growth for a spiritual renewal. And really, what we're harvesting is not just crops, but the results of what we've planted this year. Liberation is going to come from letting things go, and endings open doors for freedom and alignment, and some of the things you might be, thinking about is, where am I holding on to comfort that prevents me from growth? What are some things that I just can't kind of get rid of? What illusions or habits am I ready to release? And what am I most grateful for harvesting this year? I mean, this year is quickly coming to a close. It's been a crazy year astrologically. I feel like crazy in an eye-opening way, I would say. And some things that you can do that are very effective are practices or grounding rituals. Walk barefoot, really connect with the earth. That's Uranus and Taurus. Dream journaling, meditation, water rituals. That's Pisces full moon. Gratitude practice. Write down your harvest list of what's working for you in your life, and really what to release, like what absolutely isn't working for you, and where do you want to look to make the changes that are necessary for your growth. Pisces is, like I said, is karmic endings. Is there a certain relationship? Is there, maybe you're holding on to a job that just isn't fulfilling you anymore? Maybe you're just getting in your own way, and you're like, I just need to take a chance and see what's on the other side of all this. I feel like for this weekend, trust the process of change. Change is good. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't like change because they get a little bit scared of it. Eclipses and retrogrades can feel destabilizing. They're really here to help us evolve. Evolution is going to help this planet get into a higher vibration. We can't consistently do the same things and expect different results. So really, I would say, again, going back to surrender control and just really trust the flow of life, and what else? I wanted to say a couple of other things. It's really about alignment. It's really about alignment in all of us. And retrogrades, the energy towards it goes inward. It asks us to reflect before acting. So again, it's thinking, okay, where is it that I want my finances to be with Taurus? Where is it that I feel strong in my own personal value of what I'm trying to accomplish, whether it's a job, whether it's, your own personal finances, whether it's what you think, how you value yourself. All these things are very Taurus. And I think that, we get stuck in all of this, and we kind of need this Uranus full moon energy to awaken us, to let things go that are no longer serving us, So how this is going to work is on Saturday, Uranus is going to station direct in Taurus. And I do want to say that this book, The Daily Planetary Guide, if you're very into astrology and you want to know what's going on, purchase this book. It comes out every year, and you can see where the sky is at all times. And I know a lot of people use ChatGPT, and I think it's a wonderful tool, but it doesn't always get it right. I've had to, just creating reports and using it as a tool, it could be a little bit off. So something like this is worth investing in. And I just wanted to read this really quick. Sorry, I had the page open and now I don't. Oh, okay. So Uranus is going to go in retrograde at 12:51 a.m. Eastern time. So again, you might feel very different with this. And I would suggest you go outside and ground. Not at 12:50. Well, you're up at 12:50 a.m. Yes, but in the morning when you get up, the first thing you want to do is ground, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful in all parts of the country right now, and even other parts of the world right now. So this is a perfect time to ground. The lunar eclipse looks like it's, when is it happening? It's going into, it looks like about 3:41 a.m. So again, it's going in different, depending on what part of the country you're in, it's going to happen at different times. But again, I think this is an important spiritual weekend for you to awaken, for you to
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Peace, Love, Tranquility Healing with Tony Lacey. Live from peacelovetranquilityhealing.my.canva.site/Peace Love Tranquility Healing-home. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Peace, Love, Tranquility Healing on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you. Thank you for coming to listen or watch A1R Radio and Moonstruck TV. I am Tony, the Trance Medium, and my brand is called Peace, Love, Tranquility Healing, because that is what my goal is for any and all of my readings and healings. So I feel that I have spirit with me already. So when my producer finds a caller, I will be sure to connect with her. I'm it's feeling like it's a her. So I can be reached on Instagram at Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing. There is a online scheduling system there. Feel free to book. I do mediumship, psychic. I do trance mediumship as well, which is very interesting, and trance psychic. So that is my guides speaking. They would be giving me the information to give to you. And trance medium is just a different way for me to connect to your loved ones. And that's an amazing feeling as well. So I look forward to anybody that wants to connect with me. It's very easy. I do all the readings through Zoom, so I can reach anybody anywhere in the world, mostly at any times. But sometimes I do need to get the cat naps in. And it's been a pretty crummy weather here, so I am dressed for the weather. I am not dressed to impress. I am dressed to be me. So I hear we have Judy in St. Louis, Missouri here.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you, hon?
I'm doing good.
Good. Are you okay with a mediumship reading?
I'm okay with whatever you're feeling. So, yes.
Okay, because I had a couple of spirits appear to me, and I wasn't sure if it was for the caller, which I felt was going to be female. So I guess we'll just go right in.
Okay.
So I'll go with the first male because he's an interesting character. He is Black American.
Okay.
Lighter in color, nod to deep dark, more of a lighter chocolate color. Very funny gentleman. He's thin. Can you resonate with this person so far at all?
Well, you know what? It kind of sounds like it could be my dad, but my dad is dark skinned, but he's not black. He's Lebanese.
Okay.
So I'm wondering who my father just passed.
Okay.
In November.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, thank you.
It's still not a long time, so I do apologize. He fancies wearing a hat.
Okay.
Not a baseball
Does
cap,
he have something?
more of a... Sorry, go ahead.
Does he have something to tell me?
I'm just going to connect with him and see.
Yeah.
The name Charles comes up, so I don't know if that's him or if it's somebody else, like Charles, Chuck, that kind of a feeling of a name.
Okay.
But I'm just going to place that to the side and connect with your father. Oh my goodness, he loved to dance. He loved he's doing it right now. He's so happy. He's doing ballroom, and jazz is more his thing.
Okay, so not my dad, but maybe now in heaven he is.
He's
in his afterlife.
He's very free. He says, I am enjoying where I am. I'm enjoying being who I can be. I'm not feeling pain anymore. I'm not restricted. So I feel like, because I'm rubbing my legs, so I feel like he was possibly in a wheelchair or bedbound.
Towards the end, he was, yes, very weak. Yes.
Okay, yeah. He says he's not weak anymore. He's full of life and vigor, he just said.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's quite the ladies' man. He's the charmer. He really is.
Now that is very true. Yes.
They just showed me an old older time singer that I'm seeing the face, but the name's not coming to me. So I'll let that go for now and see if anything comes up. The color white. He's surrounded by the color white. A lot of white. He's wearing a lot of white.
Okay.
Yeah, it's now he's showing me that he's singing in a church gospel choir.
Hmm.
And he's very quick on his feet with his hands. He can't stay still. It's beautiful to watch because he's being his authentic self. And he's among people that are like him, that adore the same things as him, that enjoy the parts of them that he enjoys. And I just saw a top hat and a cane.
Okay.
So he's quite the character. He really is. His message to you is live life as much as you can. He says, I know you try.
It.
I know. He says, he tries. Sorry. He says, you try to do the best you can, live as happy as you can. But then there's times that you just kind of fall back and sink into yourself. Is that correct?
That is so true. Yes.
Okay. He's saying he wants you to dance more. He says, get in the kitchen, and when you're doing the dishes, just dance. Just boogie around the kitchen. And he's saying, play jazz when you're cleaning. He's being specific. Normally,
Okay.
I hear put some music on, but he's saying play jazz. That will
Play jazz. Okay.
that will be kind of your connector where you'll feel him stronger when you are playing jazz.
Okay.
He wants to apologize to your mother.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, he wants to apologize for leaving earlier than he had hoped.
Oh, my mom passed before he did. But there's a lot he needed to apologize for. So
yeah, that's why it's part of him left the marriage before he had a chance to really come in within himself and be able to explain to her his feelings, his emotions, everything. So that's what he's wanting to apologize for. So he wants he's not in the same area as her. So he is obviously, but he's not seeing her. That's why he says he wants to apologize, because he can't see her.
Okay.
So he's hoping that maybe through you, that there may be some connection with your mom. He's not leaving that up to you, but if you choose to pray to your mom, to speak to your mom, let him know that he's there, he's ready to fully recommit to her and live the life that they're supposed to live.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He's showing me a blue suit, but like a blue polyester 70s suit.
Okay.
And he's holding like a blue and white flower, and he puts it in his lapel.
Oh, how cool.
So I will leave you with that as the show is coming to a close. I hope that brings you some peace and some comfort. And I thank your father for coming in, and I thank you for allowing me to speak on his behalf.
Great. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening.
You too, my dear.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. And thank everyone for tuning in to A1 Radio, Moonstruck TV. I am Tony, the trance medium, and I am with Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing. You can find me on Instagram at Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing, as well as I have a Facebook page of the same, Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing. I send many blessings to you all, and I send you all off with peace, love, and tranquility. May you have a blessed evening and a blessed and safe weekend, everyone.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for Soul Seed, Divine Guidance and Spiritual Mediumship with Lisa Thurgate Marks. Lisa Thurgate Marks. Live from LisaThurgateMarks.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Soul Seed, Divine Guidance and Spiritual Mediumship on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, on this beautiful Thursday, third day of spring, fourth day of spring, actually. Lost the day there for a minute. What I want to talk about today is I'm having people ask me lately, well, how is it that you do connect to spirits so easily? And it's the vibration that I am using, and how with spirit, and when we talk about Zoom, especially, that's where the conversations are coming from. We're running on a different frequency. So it's like a radio station. So if you can tune in, as I tune in to the spirits, our past loved ones, the ethers above, sometimes we're in between stations. So when we're on Zoom, for instance, because we're using another modality apart from being face-to-face, sometimes spirits will play with our Zoom connection. They will play and flicker with light. They can move objects slowly, sometimes fiercely. Sometimes you might feel the presence of a loved one, and it might be, oh, I've got the shivers there. Other times you might feel the heat. It's just a change in temperature. And why I'm saying is this, that everyone can, if you tune in, feel your loved ones. You could feel them out on a brisk walk. You could feel them when you're dancing. You could actually feel them when you're just sitting out in the sunshine. But it's a matter of just really stopping and having a look and just feeling and having that little bit of a knowing and asking, please, can I connect to my loved one? So if you can ask, you shall receive. I've got a beautiful caller already, Susanna from Halifax on the line. How are you today, Susanna?
I'm good, thank you.
That's good. And how's your day been? Good?
Yes, very good. Yes.
Would you like a reading today, Susanna, or with general,
Yes,
or do
I
you have
would.
a specific question?
No, general's fine.
Great, Suzanne. Well, I'll just tune in for you and see what we get. Okay, I'm getting it's time for you to take care of yourself. And as I say that, it's not about spreading yourself too thin at the moment. We don't want to overload you and your nervous system. It's about giving you some rest time. And when we say rest time, it's a rest time from the doing for everybody else instead of doing for yourself. So it's actually coming back to that young girl, that one that likes to have a bit more fun in your life. And when I look here, I'm actually starting to see that, hey, I can get some freedom finally back in, but how do I implement that? And they're telling me to tell you just to own you, stand up for you, and put your thoughts and your beliefs forward. And it's about having accountability for who you want to be at the moment, as opposed to what people are wanting you to be and how you should be. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yes, it does.
Good. And when I look at this, it's actually about believing that you deserve this, for you to do things for yourself. And I feel it is a deep-seated conditioning for you not to, like it's worry about everybody else and I'll put myself last. But you've actually been trying to do it. Has it been a bit hard for you to implement, Suzanne?
Actually, not really. Our kids are all grown, so yeah, we're okay in that department. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
So when I'm looking at you doing for you, they're still showing me that, and maybe it's in the transition that what you're doing, but they're just saying it's a bit hard for you to implement. I just feel that you keep holding back, but it's actually about going out and exploring more, doing more, and having that sense of freedom. Are you working part-time or full-time? Because I do see that you're easing down there. There's not as much commitment that you have to have now. You can have it, but they're saying that you don't really have to have it.
No, we're retired actually.
So what are you doing with this commitment? Because she's coming through. I've got a lady and she keeps coming and telling me it's about responsibility and commitment and letting go of it and just enjoying yourself now. And when I come to that hand on heart, she's still saying it to me. So maybe she didn't have this in her life and she's wanting you to be able to do things that she missed out on.
Yeah, I think I understand. I'm just dealing with a few minor health issues for myself, and just have to know that everything will be okay. That's what I'm a bit concerned about, I guess.
When I feel into you again, yes, it's about looking after yourself, protecting yourself. But with your minor health issues, I keep coming down and I've gone into my lower back as well. But it's about the support that you give yourself. But they're telling me that you can breathe easy. So as I listen and I come through on your minor health issues, are they actually coming through a little bit more hereditary on your dad's side? Because when I keep moving forward here and I'm looking, it's coming from the male side, and I actually feel quite connected to him. But it's the power of your thoughts. At the moment, you have the capacity to really set yourself free. And I'm getting a lot of movement. There needs to be more movement around you, and you're going to be a lot better off. It's around about nourishing your mind, body, and soul, and you will heal. But when you say they're minor, I am getting minor, and I keep coming around and I keep shaking my hand and my arm like I feel it could be going a little numb, but shaking it off. So, and it's still down my right side. So things looking up there around you. So give yourself something to do to keep yourself occupied. You need that purpose. But moving forward, there will be travel. You are feeling a lot better within yourself. Oh, okay.
Can I just Oh, I was
Yes,
just going to
sir, go
ask
on.
a question. Is it okay if I
Ask-
ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm kind of at a crossroads, once I hear the results from the medical professionals, like the doctors, that just kind of wondering if we're going to be traveling anytime soon.
Yes, I could see that traveling before. Remember I was saying once you get yourself sorted, there will be travel, there will be movement coming through you. And there'll be two distinct different directions that you'll be actually going when you're traveling. I do see you going overseas as well, so that will be good. So one's more closer to where you are. I'm actually getting quite a long haul flight for you. So that'll be good. And with your lungs, they'll be okay. Something around your lungs there with that as well. So know that you're going to be protected around getting that long haul flight. Do you have two children around you?
I'm sorry?
Is there two children around you?
No.
Sorry?
No, all our children are in a different area that we're pretty far away from them.
Will one of those two children or two of those two children be long haul flights that you're going to visit? Because around this travel, I got two children around you. Can you just answer that? Is there two children? There's one on a really quite a long haul flight, but I got two children around you.
Oh. I don't like I said, I don't have any young children. They're all adults.
No, but you'd be flying to him. Anyway, they're just saying that the long haul flights, there was two children around you, which means you might be flying to these two children that I'm seeing. I'd like you to thank you so much for today. Have a listen to that, because when I said there's this travel and there's two children around you, means you could be traveling to these two children. If anyone would like a reading, know that I'm always here, and you can call me at any time or DM me. Thank you so much, Suzanne. And just know that I feel good around your aura. Keep positive, lift your spirits, nurture your mind, body and soul. Enjoy your travel. And I'm always here if you do need any help.
In the silence of my soul, visions clear and spirits call. I embrace my sacred role, standing firm where others fall. Whispers from another plane guide me through the unseen art. In my heart they remain, filling every broken part. I rise, embraced by the unknown, on paths of light that I alone have flown. Gifts revealed in every tone. In this mystic space I've grown. Each message is a stepping stone. My spirit straight fully shown. In every bone I own my throne. Psychic medium, fully grown. I'm a throne, a psychic medium, fully grown. I rise, embraced by the unknown, on paths of light that I alone have flown. Gifts revealed in every tone. In this mystic space I've grown. Sweet clarity, sweet clarity. With every
for comfort, clarity, or a connection to the other side? Lady Phyllis is a gifted medium, author, and talk show host on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. She's here to help you find peace and purpose through personal readings, spiritual development classes, and her exclusive Patreon, where new guests share their wisdom weekly. Visit ladyphyllis.com to book your session. Follow Lady Phyllis on Facebook and explore what the spirit world has waiting for you.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome. Time for the Psychic Psych with Jack Spotter. Jack Spotter. Live from the psychicsite.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Psychic Site on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good morning or good evening, wherever you are listening from. I am Jax, and I am beyond excited to do this show today. So much messaging has been coming through before I've even jumped on, so I'm super excited to take some calls. I'll do a little card pull first, see what's happening for the collective. Mostly what's been coming through, you guys, is that if you are finding that you are continually drawn to seeking support, whether that's seeking the guidance of lots of psychics or therapeutic support, there is nothing wrong with this. In fact, it's brilliant. But if you are finding that this has been happening for a long time for you and you've never felt like that itch has been scratched, it's like you're constantly looking for more. There's not the answers that you're after, or not the fulfillment that you're after, or the sense of knowledge that you're after. You are being asked to check in with your own inner knowing, with your higher self knowing, and also look more deeply into your own psychic gifts. We all have a higher self, which is our soul self. We also all have connection to the spirit realm because we are soul beings. So if you're finding that the people that you're meeting or the readings that you're having aren't quite hitting home or aren't quite enough, and you find that you're constantly seeking more, this is a really beautiful soul encouragement to connect in, to see what you already know, to see what your own team is guiding you with and supporting you with. I love, love, love being able to help people do this. So I am a trauma therapist and a psychic medium, and I work with people all over the world every day in working through trauma, also connecting in with their higher selves, with their loved ones, with their spirit team, and getting the messages that can support them. But one of my favorite things to do is to help people develop their own psychic gifts. So whether that's with me or with someone else, I absolutely encourage everyone to learn how to connect in with their higher self, their intuitive knowing, and sometimes even their team as well. All right, I'm going to do a quick card pull, and then we're going to take a caller. Oh, okay. Stone Circle. This is from Seasons of the Witch Oracle. In ceremony, you conjure a devotion so deeply it reflects the worship into yourself. What this means is pretty much exactly what I was talking about, is check in with yourself, connect back in with the knowing that you actually have, but sometimes we forget because the world is loud and other people's voices are loud and other people's opinions are loud. So check in with your own knowing and trust that. Trust that. All right. Alma. Oh, Alma. Sorry, honey, if I've mispronounced your name. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi.
Hi, Jax. Is it possible to ask a question?
I would love you to ask a question. Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, I'm really turning a new leaf, and I'm really tuning into my intuition. And I'm just wondering, in the next couple of months, September, October, do you see me in a committed partnership romantically?
Oh, beautiful. I love that I was just speaking about connecting in with your own knowing. And this is what you're talking about, because I know that you've already felt some nudges and you've felt the support around you from your team. This is so beautiful. Okay, they're not giving me exact timeframes. Often this is the case because we can jump timelines and timeframes can shift. So if I'm not getting a definite timeframe, it just means that there's a little bit of room for movement. Things might happen earlier, or things can change in an instant. But they are saying by the end of this year, gosh, it's so different for you, beautiful. It's so they're showing me a partner, but they're also, as an added bonus, I'm actually being shown two gifts. And you've opened one and it's this beautiful partner, and then you open another gift and it's more confidence, which really is a gift, because that's been something that you have struggled with earlier in life and you've worked on a lot yourself. You've done a lot of your own healing around your self-worth and around your confidence and around believing in yourself. Particularly, that's what's coming through, is believe in yourself. You've done so much work, and I want to give you credit for that already. But along with this beautiful partner comes this kind of extra growth in confidence, because we can do a whole heap of our own healing, and that is really, really important. But when you are in a safe partnership, whether that's friendship or a lover or just any kind of really safe soul connection, it's a whole other level of growth and healing. And that's what you've got coming.
Okay. Wonderful.
It's so beautiful. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, it's a beautiful, like, I really feel, it's just so funny because I don't dye my hair anymore, and this is just a confidence thing. And I was at the grocery store and the guy was like, it was Senior Citizen Day. And it makes me laugh, and I'm not a senior, but it didn't matter. And he goes, are you a senior? I said, no, I am who I am, and I'm proud of that. And I kind of walked away, and it just came naturally, you know? And it was just, at this point, it doesn't matter what you look like anymore. It's all about the inside out thing going on. So it was just my way of just, the confidence just emitted itself on its own, right? So it's very humbling experience. It's just, that's what confidence is. There's nothing to think about when you are authentic, as I am. You know, it just comes in naturally. So yeah.
You've really mastered that too. And that's what I was about to ask you, is how do you see yourself as so differently from 2 years ago or 3 years ago? Because the way I'm being shown is you've really mastered that innate sense of, I am worthy, I am lovable, I am incredible as I am. This is just a temporary soul avatar, that body that I'm floating around in. And it is a true, authentic, deep self-love and self-worth that you have really gotten to. And I'm so impressed by that, because we talk about that a lot. We all talk about, I just want to love myself and I want to be proud of myself, and I want to not care what other people think, but it's often really difficult to get there. And I want to give you so much credit. That was a perfect example of what you just said, of how much of your own healing you've done. And now, because of that healing that you've done, you are really moving into a space where you will have far more connectedness to your spirit team as well, particularly when this partner comes in. Yeah, particularly when this partner comes in, it's because it's a soul connection. Soul connections, so we're all souls, so all connections are soul connections. But this is a soul orchestrated, I'm hearing aerial love, which means like cosmic love. And because it is that, yes, it's beautiful. because it's that really true cosmic love, there's even more room for you to move and be yourself. You're fully in your authenticity now, but you're even going to be surprised. You're going to move into next year and even be shocked at how much more free and playful and silly you feel, because this partner opens that up for you as well.
Yeah, and I think it's always a reflection, right? The more you're sending inside out, the level that you're looking for in a partnership, that changes too, right? So it all goes hand in hand with the yin and the yang. You know, it's a synchronistic dance, energetic dance. You know, that between two people, and it just, for me, I feel like I'm in a place where it's just going to happen naturally. There's nothing for me to do. There's nothing for me to be more of. If, for that matter, have more self-love, if that's even possible. But just, you know, more loving myself and filling my own inner cup. That's important to do that. So, I'm gonna keep on. Yeah.
You really have this deep understanding of what's coming and deep knowing of what's coming already. They're showing me that you already know it's really divinely orchestrated, and there will be so many synchronicities with this, and it will happen very, very easily in how it unfolds and how you see each other. There's almost like a recognition of souls when you see each other, that it will feel really comfortable. Even when there's things that you're getting to know about each other, it won't feel challenging. There's just this level of comfort already, which is beautiful. The thing they're saying you're not expecting is the level of playfulness and the level of silliness. And that's going to add a whole different dimension to your life as well.
Yeah, I like that way you said the playfulness, because I lack that right now. I'm just so focused on my mission. Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's not here at the moment purely because you've spent so much time harnessing your own strengths, understanding yourself, clearing out some old limiting beliefs. You've done so much of this work. The playfulness is there underneath. That's who you are. It's just not there at the moment, but it hasn't needed to be, because you've been in a really different energetic space. But you will notice throughout the end of this year, and particularly January, February, where the level of playfulness and silliness is so beautiful, and passion, which I love for you.
Yeah. Can I ask you just one little thing? Do you feel like it's going to be instant, or just friendship first?
What they're showing me is that knowing, that sense of you make sense to me and I make sense to you. They're not showing me about the friendship first or whether it's romantic straight away, because they're trying to keep some of this surprise for you. This is part of the beauty of it. Yeah. But it's not difficult. So it comes with ease, whether it's a friendship first or whether it's romantic. It's absolutely easy. You just feel completely like yourself. You both just feel very much like yourself. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to this, and I will be in contact with you. I'm looking forward to what's to come by the end of the year. And it's not far away anymore. So
it's
so
not.
Funny.
It's
not. No. So I thank you for your gift. You, Jax, thank you for your gift and what you give to the world, and sharing this beautiful intuition that you have with all beings of light. So thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. I feel so grateful that I get to be able to do this.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
Melissa.
Yeah.
Hi, beauty. Are you there?
I am here. Are you able to hear me okay?
I can hear you. Do you have a question for me?
I'm just concerned about my job, my future there, or it's just been a lot of office drama.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of egos in there. Not yourself. There's been times where you've gotten frustrated and jumped into a little bit of that frustration, but there's a lot of competing voices and a lot of competing egos. Long term, it's not your place. I think you already know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we know that long term it's not your place. I'm not seeing an immediate move, and this is really up to you of when you want to make that decision, even if it's just the energetic decision. Okay, I'm moving out of here at some point. I'm putting that out energetically. That's up to you when you'd like to do that. But as long as you stay there, your spirit team are asking, how would you like to stay there without being impacted by the egos and by they just keep showing me too many hands in the pot. Like there's too many hands in the pot. So how would you like to protect your energy and just be able to be there where you're not coming home drained every day, or you're not feeling so bothered by it? What would support you?
Well, I that's what we all want in our job, right? So I would think just staying away from it, a lot of self-care, just, I can only control what I can control, and some stuff is out of my hands, and I know that. It's just difficult some days.
It is difficult some days, and, you'd be superhuman if you weren't impacted by it at all. Some advice that your team is actually giving is a couple of things. So energetic protection, as in go into the bathroom, wash your hands throughout the day if you need to, just to do a little bit of a reset. Visualize a bubble around yourself, or yourself wearing a crown, or some sort of energetic visualization where you feel protected. The other aspect of this is the mental protection. So a really firm, this is not where I'm staying, so it doesn't need to bother me. I don't need to be impacted by this. I know this is just a temporary chapter in my life, so that will create some mental protection. The other part that they're suggesting is stepping back and looking at it as though you're watching a TV show sometimes.
Okay.
And it will take, okay, these characters are wild. What's happening in this season? So really it's almost as though you're not present. So I'm not saying dissociate from it and check out from work, but allow yourself a bit of playfulness with it, to sort of as though you're watching characters on a TV show, because it will allow you to not feel so bothered by it. It's almost like, okay, let me see what comes next. Let me see what this person's going to say in this meeting. It will just create a little bit more ease in your day-to-day life.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
With you leaving this job, what do you do?
I work in an escalation, the highest escalation group of customer service for a bank.
Okay.
So I receive complaints.
Yeah, so not a lighthearted job. Okay.
Right.
You are very good at what you do. Your team is just saying there isn't always a need for you to be giving 100% every day. Some days you could honestly give 70% and it would still be more than enough. This isn't you dropping down your standards. This is you just checking in with your own energy, and do I need to show up intentionally in this intensely every day, or even every now and then. There are days where I just kind of just give 70%, because that is still more than what some people are providing, and it's you can't operate at 100% all the time. None of us can.
Right. Yeah. Some days
as you
very draining.
Yeah, and those days, allow yourself just to, if you need 10 minutes to go for a walk, or if you just need to stop and go, hang on, I can do this tomorrow. Let me just give 70% today. It is going to have a big impact on the fatigue that you're feeling, because I'm feeling a lot of fatigue by the end of every day. And that's a really exhausting pattern to be in, of every day you're fatigued, and then you've only got the evening to reset, and then you're back into that again. So that gets really exhausting. So find those times where, hang on, how much energy do I need to be giving this today? I can pull my energy back a little bit today and save that for tomorrow or later in the week. They're also saying that when you move, the shift is within the same field, but the job feels very different to what you're doing now.
Okay.
Which is great, which is brilliant. So it's still utilizing your skills, it's still doing the things that you're good at. It's all of the knowledge that you've accrued, the way that you support other people is really brilliant as well. You're very good at intuitively knowing how to support other people and how to shift difficult situations. That's what they're showing me. So that's one of your greatest gifts, is that you have the capacity to look at things. They're showing me like an eagle, sort of from that eagle eyes view that other people can't see. So your team might be talking about something and you find it easy to come in and go, hold on, I can see this from a different perspective. Let's look at this as an option. So that's one of your greatest gifts. And when you move jobs, you'll be able to utilize that gift more, which is brilliant. And you will find that really, really enjoyable, that that gets noticed more and that you're able to use that gift more.
And is that something that's within the next year or sooner than that, or do we know?
It's definitely within the next 18 months. That doesn't mean that it's not sooner. They're just showing me an 18-month timeline. So it could absolutely happen sooner. They're just saying within the next 18 months.
Okay.
But that is still not, if you think of it of the timeline of your life, even if it was to that end point of 18 months, it's not a long time in the timeline of your life. I don't think it will be that long though. It doesn't feel like it will be that long. It absolutely feels like within 18 months, your life feels, I feel like I can breathe as I'm saying this. It feels far easier for you to, the way they're saying it is operate more on your natural frequency. So what they mean by that is more intention, more capacity to have attention to details where you want to put it. So at work, you've got the time to have the attention to detail. Even at home, you're able to focus more on the things that you want to be focusing on in your personal life because you're not so drained from the job. Because at the moment, that feels a little bit compromised as well, because just energetically, it's taking a lot of you. You're not able to, even when you're focused on things in your personal life, it feels like you're not 100% there because you're fatigued or you're frustrated or you're just at the end of the tether.
Yes.
Yeah. So by the time you're in this new role, it feels being in this new role creates momentum, is how they're showing me. They're showing me like a little swirly momentum symbol of the change in position creates change in other areas of your life. What they're asking from you until you move into the new role is spend the time that you're not at work. So you need a capacity to download what's happening in your day. So that could be journaling, that could be going for a walk in nature, that could be chatting to someone who's close to you. So the way they're saying it is like download and get the day out of your system.
Yeah.
Is that something you do already?
Okay. Yeah. I frequent a local shop where I do like PEMF and red light, foot detox, salt booth, just like a lot of sound baths, so that it's very relaxing. Reflexology, they have different opportunities to do different things. So I find great joy in doing that to decompress.
Yes, I love that you do that. And you know that you need that because you are so spiritually connected as well. You know that you need this. You need this energetically, you need this emotionally, you need it for your physical body as well. So I love that you do that. They're just asking, continue to do that, please. They keep showing me a journal, and it's okay if you don't enjoy it. You don't need to be writing, religiously every day. But just at times they're asking you to put pen to paper because you will find that as you write, it helps you download and process things differently. And things that have, so whether this is to do with work or whether this is to do with family or things happening in your life, if you write things down, you will notice that you get a perspective shift more easily than if you sit and try to overthink things.
Okay. That makes sense.
So, yeah, so journaling is a great tool for you. I love that you're doing all of those beautiful other things to take care of yourself physically and energetically. You're very, very good at that. You're also really good at supporting other people to take care of themselves. When I was saying earlier, you don't always need to give 100%. There are some times with your colleagues in your current work that you don't need to be giving them 100% either, because everyone's aware that you are really good at supporting people. And sometimes people need to just take care of themselves. And you don't always need to be that person supporting other people. That you've kind of gotten into a bit of a, not a routine, but there's a bit of an expectation with people that if they're not doing great, you're there for them. And that's okay to a point, but it's not okay if they're taking advantage of it, or it's not okay if you're already drained and you're just not wanting to spend your time doing that. You need to look after your own energy before everything else. I'm being shown the oxygen dropping on the airplane. You've got to put your own mask on first.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's really important. Okay, that's good. Step back a little bit from other people's stuff, because other people need to be able to learn. They're very firm. Your team's very firm on this. Other people need to be able to learn how to take care of their own uncertainties, of their own dramas, of their own life, really. And just because you're great at it doesn't mean you always need to be doing it.
Definitely makes sense.
Yeah, you know that you are here as a healer and here as someone to support other people, but you have to have really strong boundaries with that too, my love.
Okay.
Is there anything else you wanted to ask?
Yeah, I recently had somebody ask about my in-laws and ask if they were sick. Is there something that maybe happened, or they said they may be needing care, one of them, either my mother-in-law or my father-in-law, and I was just concerned about that.
I'm just getting with your mother-in-law, nothing intensely. It's just a stronger level of care, but this is not something to be overly worried about, overly concerned about. It might just be more check-ins, or it might just be her having facilities that help support her, whether, I don't know what her needs are. They're not showing me completely. They're just showing me just a little bit extra additions to care. So that might be a rail in the bathroom or whatever it is that it's what she needs.
Right.
Or even
she's a stubborn patient.
Yeah, that makes sense.
She had a fall a few months back, and she was so I'm fine, I'll be okay. It just needs time. So
that makes sense.
Concern there.
The way they're showing me is a rail in the toilet. That can just be a metaphor or a literal thing, but it's like just these little bits of extra support that would just make her day-to-day life a little bit easier. But agreed, she's stubborn, and so it may need someone else to be like, oh, we've just thought of doing this, so we'd like to help with this, because she won't do it for herself. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, they love you to bits.
I'm glad that. What's that?
They love you to bits. They really do. They have a lot of respect for you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I just was concerned that when she did fall, that it might have been something worse, and she really was just like, nope, I'm good. I don't need to go to the hospital. So I said, you're stubborn.
She's so stubborn, and she always will be. So just a little bit, just some extra additions in support, that's all. But she's okay at the moment.
Okay. Good.
Okay, my love.
Okay.
Thank you for allowing me to connect in for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night.
My pleasure. You too. Okay, everyone, this has been absolutely amazing. Thank you so, so much. I do readings and therapy all over the world. So if something's resonated with you, or if you would like to connect in for a deeper reading, please find me on all the socials at The Psychic Psych. And I've loved chatting with you today, and I'll talk to you next week.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Mystic B Spiritual Insights, hosted by Anna Marie. Live from mystic-b.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Mystic B Spiritual Insights
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome to Mystic B Spiritual Insights. My name is Anna Marie. I am your host, and in this episode, I hope I'm also a bit of your guide, maybe a messenger, and that we can just journey through our time together in positive and really connected ways. If you are joining us for the first time, I just want to say welcome. I hope that you find this time meaningful, and if for some reason you don't happen to get a reading on this call, please don't be discouraged. Just be open-minded, listen to the messages that we're sharing in our time together, and you never know, there might be something insightful in just the conversation and insights that we're sharing with upcoming callers. Before we go down that road, I wanted to just acknowledge this season of mothering energy that we're moving into. Just share a little bit of thought and really the concept of mothering or motherhood. This really isn't an idea of motherhood, but it's really the essence of nurturing and protecting, providing someone or something with unconditional love. And it shows up in lots of different ways. It's not about gender. It's really about the divine feminine. So it's not tied to biology either, but this is really just an energetic force, and it works through people, in spirit and nature, and even through ourselves. So just keep in mind as we talk about things like Mother's Day and we're acknowledging certain people, just know that mothering energy is really what reaches out to you when you're hurting and nurturing you. It's the stranger that may acknowledge you or smile at you when you're having a really hard day. It could be that mentor, that teacher that believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself. So just know that the mothering energy, right, whether it's Mother Earth, this divine nurturing energy, will keep showing up in your life. Just be open to it, embrace it. You may see it in a feather in the smell of roses. You might see a hummingbird just hovering around you, perhaps a dragonfly. That's one of my favorites. But I just hope as we move into this season and this upcoming weekend, just open your mind to the concept of just mothering energy in all of its forms. And I hope you find it and it finds you. I also want to just acknowledge there is a special soul that has a birthday today. His name is Jordan, which also happens to be the name of my son. Now, I never actually met Jordan in this lifetime, but I've come to know him through the spirit realm after connecting with his mother. And since then, it's been a few years now, Jordan has come through 4 or 5 times in a number of occasions in a variety of ways. But I just want to acknowledge his energy. He is just this vibrant spirit, has all this enthusiasm. He is one of those spirits that loves to show up and connect with me, incessant chatter. And so I just want to say to Jordan, thank you for showing up today, for sharing your birthday with me. You may not be here in physical form, but your spirit is so vibrant and so alive. And thank you to your mom for sharing your wonderful spirit with me. This episode is for you, Jordan. So happy birthday. Now I just ask that we just kind of come together with some love, divine energy, open minds, some grace, and let's see if we can work together to unveil some insights, not only for callers on the show, but for everyone that might be tuning in, either live or on replay or via podcast. And remember, if you don't happen to get a reading, just don't be discouraged. You can connect with me one-on-one on Facebook, my Mystic Bee page. You can connect with one of the other psychics in the network. And again, there may be some messages hidden in with some of the other callers today. So let's go ahead and see if we can connect with Mandy. I believe we have Mandy in Townsville, Queen Island, Australia. Queensland, yes?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Mandy. I am doing well. It's nice to hear from you. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Great. I'd like to ask Mandy if you are interested in a general reading, or is there a specific topic that you would like to try to cover?
Oh, look, general. We'll go
Just general? Okay. I will say, just kind of off the cuff, Mandy, I feel like you're an artist of some sort. I'm not sure. Are you an artist?
I've been doing a lot of art lately.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just getting the art, and I feel like there's different mediums. I feel like you have some innate talent for a performing art, but I'm feeling tangible drawings, paintings kind of around you right now. So I'm just saying that's coming through. So that's coming through really well. So just know this, even just your energy coming across, I think the art is really doing you a lot of good. So I don't know if you've thought about it being really cathartic or a form of therapy for you, but I feel like you've gone...
It's my therapy.
Okay. Because I feel like you've gone through some real struggles, and I feel like you're on the other side of those, but this art is really, really good for you. I just feel, just keep that going. It feels like it's really important just for your growth, your development, your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So I love that you're doing that. Now I have to admit, I don't know, I feel like you have children, but I feel like you have grown children. But I don't know if you have like someone else's child that you sort of are a role model for, or you sort of help nurture and raise. Do you have a youth in your life or in your immediate circle?
I have a daughter. She's 14, but she isn't living with me at the moment.
Okay. And that might be some of the energy that I'm feeling. Like I feel like children, but they don't feel like they're in the home, which is I'm maybe interpreting it at them older than they are. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is that I feel like that is a big concern for you, and it's not my business why she's in your home or outside of the home, but I feel like there are some financial concerns or trying to get caught up on just some life events and put yourself in a stronger, more stable position. Does this make sense for you?
Kind of.
Okay. So I just
it was not my. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's all right. I was just going to say the energy that I'm getting is that you are managing a number of things in your life. And even if she wanted to live with you, you are trying to focus on, or it feels like you're trying to focus on more fundamental, creating more stable things in your environment. Does this make sense?
Yes, spot on.
Okay. I also feel like you are waiting to get some information that has to do with something financial. So I don't know if you are exploring a new professional prospect and you're waiting for that answer that opens the financial doorway, or if it's something more specific, like it doesn't feel like a loan. It just feels like you're waiting for information that connects to money and opportunity. Does this make sense for you?
Yep, spot on.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm about to start a new job next week.
Okay, because it feels like there's some other details you're waiting for, and I have I sort of have different symbols for what comes verbally and what comes in writing, but it feels like you're waiting for something in writing. I also feel like whether it's specifically for the new job or if it's something else that you started pursuing to get the job, but I feel like you are in or you're going to be in sort of an apprentice role. So not just learning as a new employee, but I feel like you're actually learning something new, or you've been learning something new. And it's not the art, right? It's something more trade professionally.
Correct.
Okay. So I feel that, and I actually feel like that additional education you're getting is going to take you very far with your employment. So not only do you have this employment coming, right, and you're getting this information and you have that great doorway, but I feel like this additional knowledge is really going to open up just future opportunities for you.
More opportunities, yeah.
Great. And I feel like you're excited about it. I feel like it's something that you weren't expecting to be interested in, but now you're really curious and you want to figure it all out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
so onto it. Yeah, that's perfectly. Yep.
So I also don't know if so it feels father energy to me, but it feels like your father energy. And so I feel a little bit of distance. I don't feel like it's husband or ex-husband or partner energy. It feels more senior to you. So if it's not your immediate father, it's like a father figure to you. But I feel like there's some sort of distance, or there needs to be a conversation or some communication that just hasn't been happening. Do you have a father figure that you've not been communicating well with lately?
Oh my God. So my dad's just flown over to Italy for a holiday. And in the last day, he's been trying to get in touch with me on the phone, but every time he calls, I'm working.
Okay. Because I feel like there's something with dad and not communicating with dad. So I'm just going to say, pick up the phone. And even if you say I have to call you back,
Right,
I think
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I feel like there's some worry or there's some stress there. So acknowledge dad, at least let him know that you're alive and well. I think that would be in his best interest. But good for him for taking on some vacation. I also feel like it's kind of interesting. I'm just going to expand a little bit more on the father energy. So your tone in talking about your father feels kind of lighthearted, but I actually feel like you have some underlying like headaches with your father. And so I don't know if he's kind of inserting himself more than he should in your personal affairs, but just know
No.
he has your
No,
he has your best.
he's not like that.
Okay, I was just going to say,
Yeah, no,
just
he's not like that. We have a really good relationship.
yeah, and it feels that way. But what I was going to say, and maybe he hasn't done it yet, but I'm just going to say, just know, he has your best interest at heart. So appreciate him, and all that he offers you. I can feel with your laughter and him trying to reach you, right, that it's positive energy. But my hope is, Mandy, that you have a beautiful start to your new job, that you keep fostering these loving relationships with your family members, and that you feel encouraged just about all the things that you're working on right now. And your daughter, don't worry about your daughter. Your she's fine. She's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But just focus on these fundamental pieces that you're putting together. And I think you'll be surprised at how everything else starts falling into place.
Yeah, exactly. I've been told that by more than one person.
Oh, good. So is that helpful for you? Excuse me.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you so much. And it's funny when you do get a reading, it's almost like I already knew this. It just needed confirming.
Yep. No, that's it. Most of it, our intuition's already kind of revealed to us, but you just need some validation or affirmation. So congratulations on the new job. I wish you the best. And we hope you tune in again soon.
I will. Now, do you have 1 minute? Do you have any? Are you able to pick up any spiritual energy around me at all? Or
are you talking about people that have passed over?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to try to focus on it. I'm not immediately getting anything straight away, but just you prompting. Yep. I feel female energy. It doesn't feel like a mother though. So even if your mother passed, this sort of the energy feels more like a grandmother that may have participated in raising you. But I would just say this: don't take that as any discouragement. I think for me that means that there's other priorities right in your life right now for you to focus on, and they're at peace. But just know this: you are always connected with them. Have conversations with them as you carry on through your day. Ask them for signs, and they'll communicate their messages to you directly.
Oh, you've been wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mandy. Congrats again, and thanks for tuning in.
Thanks again.
All right, take care. So let's see if we can get connected now with Colleen, calling from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, which we all love Oshkosh. Colleen, are you with us?
Hi, Anne Marie.
Can I say Oshkosh Bigosh and get away with it?
Yeah, I'm not originally from here myself, so it's like
that's okay.
I don't even know where the Bigosh is.
I know. I just know as a mom, it was always the little overalls, right, with the Oshkosh Bigosh.
Yeah.
That's funny. Well, Colleen, I would love to support you in some way during this show. Would you like a general reading, or would you like to cover like a specific topic?
Well, general runs into everything, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, whatever shows up, shows up in the brief moments we have. So we'll go general. Okay. So I'm just going to say, for some odd reason, I'm wanting to just talk about my immediate impressions. I don't know if you have new love or renewed love, but I feel like a union or a partnership, some romantic connection has just got like a shot in the arm. Does that make sense for you?
I have not met anyone.
Okay, no, that's okay.
I would love to.
Well, I was going to say, so my first impression is it feels new love is the first energy that I'm getting with you. It's new union, new love. It just feels like ignited. So that could be just an initial spark, like a recent introduction. So just know this: the energy that I immediately am getting for you is romantic and union related. So if you haven't officially met a potential romantic mate, don't overlook recent introductions, okay? Because I'm definitely getting the energy. So if you want it, that's great. But I'm getting that for you. So maybe we can drill in on that a little bit. I also feel financial opportunities coming your way. So I don't know if you've been seeking new sources of income, but I feel like financial opportunities coming in, but it doesn't feel like necessarily a job change. It feels like something different. Have you been pursuing additional income sources or channels?
I've just been looking, see what's out there, kind of thing.
Okay. So I feel like you're going to, if you're putting the energy out there to manifest a new profession or something like that, I'm going to say, if you're happy where you are, don't overlook the prospect of literally asking for a raise or advocating for yourself to get a promotion.
I just got a raise.
Okay. Then maybe that's what I feel like I'm getting, but I feel the new money, but I don't feel the job change. So the raise makes sense. But if you feel dissatisfied with the raise, if you're still looking after the raise, don't be afraid to go back and try to negotiate something more. And it doesn't necessarily have to be, just the dollars. It could be more time off. It could be them paying for more education or special training or opening up for you to do a special program or project. But I feel more money coming towards you in addition to this romantic ignition or prospect energy that I'm getting. I also don't know if you have recently had or if you are thinking about someone in your past kind of coming back around, but I feel the energy of you trying to understand a past relationship or missing or wanting some resolution or reconnection with a past relationship. So in your snooping around and seeing what's out there, are you poking and prodding old loves?
There's one person that keeps in touch with me since I've moved away 3 years ago. We always keep in touch like he's my best friend.
Okay, but you haven't seen him?
No.
Okay, so if he's the energy that I'm getting, I just feel like there's someone in your past that you are thinking about, like resurrecting something with. So if he's your best friend, I feel heart energy. I feel like there's still a romantic connection with the two of you. It's not just that you're great friends. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. So don't overlook. So when I said I'm feeling a union, right, and I'm feeling that romantic energy, and then I'm also feeling energy about someone in your past that you're still fond of, right, feel connected to, just be open to the possibilities, because I think you both want the same thing. I think logistically, maybe you're not there right now, but I think you're both interested in pursuing something again. Have you talked about it?
No.
Okay. So I'm just saying, so be open, right? Be open. Just don't put him in the friend zone if you don't want him in the friend zone, because I feel like just be yourself. I think he loves you for who you are. There's going to be no judgment. There's nothing for you to perfect, in reuniting with him or having a vacation or seeing him at an airport, passing cities. I don't know. But I feel like he feels financially secure to me. He feels like he has some stability. He feels like he would make you feel safe. So not just a good teammate, but he also feels, like he would be sort of that protector, sort of the guardian. I don't want to say white knight, but he's got a couple of those qualities. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Yes, he does. He's always looked out for me.
Yeah, he does. He feels like he's sort of your protector, but that he has that guardian energy. But I feel like he's also well established, and I know that's attractive to you. And I think he can offer things besides just being a great human. Just don't put him so in the friend zone that you hide your affection for him, because I think that he has the same affection for you. You guys, I think, are just playing coy. Do you?
Well, before I moved, I did tell him I loved him, and he told me he loved me, but I had to move.
There you go.
He
All
didn't want
right,
to
there we
commit.
go. Yeah, no, that's okay. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys got that on the table. Just make sure it hasn't died. Just because you don't live in the same area doesn't mean you can't find your way back to each other. I feel like it's a good possibility. It's not that teen love, but it's definitely a mature, genuine, authentic love that you have for one another. And I think it is beyond romantic, which is good. But I think you'd be surprised. I think the two of you could be really happy together. So on your journey, right, don't dismiss the idea of maybe being a snowbird, or, thinking of some other maybe unconventional ways that the two of you can start to explore that a little bit further. I just think it's worth exploring. And so I don't want you to be shy about your feelings. Is he in finance, or is he some sort of, is he working finance?
I'm not. Well, he runs an entire department at a warehouse.
Oh, okay.
So I guess somewhat he would be some finance.
Well, we won't stretch it, but he feels very good with money. He feels like he has the means, the knowledge, that if for some reason there's reluctance on the two of you seeing each other, I think he would totally pay to come see you, or pay for you to go see him. So I want you to just be open to that, because I think there's something coming up. And I don't know what your plans are this summer, but I could see you two reconnecting in person in the next 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. That'd be awesome.
So, yeah. So just make it known, right, that he's not in the friend zone. Be your authentic self, and don't worry about having to be perfect or presenting yourself in a certain way, because that's not his nature. That's not who he is.
No.
Is he have children? I feel like he has children. Okay. I feel like he feels like he has children energy around him. So I don't know if he's uncle.
He does, because he's a advocate for foster children.
Perfect. He's a guardian ad litem. I am also a guardian ad litem, so I understand that. So yeah, so he has that child energy, and for some odd reason, I feel like it's the attachment to the child energy is the only reason why he wouldn't just pick up and move to be with you. It is just that. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels very important to him. But you know what? I think your paths are going to cross again. I just don't want you to be so shy about your feelings or thoughts, because I think you have the person in front of you that you are most interested in. And, I think it's mutual. So you might not have been planning on talking about love stuff with me, but I feel it's all reconnecting with your past and this romantic ignition that I'm feeling, which feels like it's been between the two of you. So I hope that's offered you some optimism, Colleen. I'm excited for you. I think you've got a winner, and I think you're a winner too. So I hope that's given you some encouragement as you come into the weekend. And don't be shy about checking back and letting me know if you've got your plane ticket. But I hope that provides you with some clarity or validation today.
Yes, that helped me a lot. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Well, congratulations on just being optimistic, being clear about the kind of humans that you're most connected with. And I love the fact that you guys have stayed connected despite your move. So I wish you the best, but let us know how it goes. And please just tune in again next week and help cheer on some other folks that are looking for love.
Yeah, I wish everybody the best with that.
All right. Colleen, thank you very much. So thank all of you for tuning in again this week. And just remember, this mothering energy, whatever it looks like in your life, just know that you are worthy of being loved and nurtured. And if you didn't grow up with the kind of care that you really needed, maybe you've lost someone really important to you, just know that that energy is not gone. Divine energy is around you always. It moves through spirit and signs, and it's reflecting in nature every day. Please take care of yourselves. Share words of appreciation and encouragement for those that have nurtured and loved and protected you along the way. And we look forward to connecting with you again next week.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Understanding Spirit
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit and A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm your host, Mary. While I'm waiting for a caller, I just thought I would talk to you a little bit about the difference between Akashic Records and hypnosis and going into past life regression. I've been doing quite a few of those lately, and people are always asking me the difference and which one would be more suitable for them. With Akashic Records, the reader will look into your Akashic Record book and give you the information that you need, a little bit like if you're getting a reading. And when you do hypnosis and you go into various past lives, you will get to experience the past life yourself. So you'll be like a witness to that life. And it's like standing within that life. Nobody can see you, but you can observe and watch everything. You see yourself. You might recognize the people that you see as being somebody in your life today. And it's really good when you're trying to work out issues. It's good for problems within relationships. I had a woman once come to me and she said, my daughter hates me. I've never done anything to her, but she hates me. I don't know why. And so, past life hypnosis is good for situations like that or fears. So, if you are struggling with something and you can't work out what it is and why, it's a good idea. Go and speak to somebody who does things like that and just see, depending on what your question is, and just see if it's appropriate for you to do hypnosis or go to a Akashic Records reader and see if you can get some clarity behind it. It's quite interesting, I've had somebody who never got along with his father and found out that, his father had shot him in a past life. So that energy was just sort of carried through in this life. So it made a world of difference after that, So you never know what can come of it. I have spoken before on the show about how all of a sudden I just sort of became afraid of water and going on a cruise, and I'm sure that I haven't done the regression for it or looked into the Akashic Records for it, even though I do both. I can't hypnotize myself, but for people that are curious about that, the hypnosis is a very, very deep level of relaxation, and it's not like you don't know what's going on, so don't worry about that. Okay, all right, I've got a caller. Have I got Corey on the line?
Yes.
How are you?
Fine, good, thank you.
That's good. How can I help you today?
Well, I was hoping to have a medium reading.
Okay. All right, let me just tune. I do have a bit of spirit around. Okay, I've got an elderly lady here who's been quite chatty, and she was talking nonstop, and I had to take some notes so I wouldn't forget. So I'll see if maybe she's here for you. She was telling me she's an old lady, and she was telling me that she was very beautiful when she was younger. She had on a like a crocheted kind of shawl. I don't know if she made it, but it just looked like something old fashioned. I felt very happy around her, and I felt like she was somebody that would give advice to people and be very generous with her time and that. Do you know anyone like that who's passed?
I don't know, and it's possible that it's a grandparent and grandmother I didn't really know.
You didn't know? Okay. So you didn't know any of your grandparents?
I do, but my one grandmother passed when I was very, very young, and so I don't really remember her.
That's okay. That's fine. There was also, I'll just get her to stand to the side. All right. There is also a man who kind of came running in, and he had a young boy on his back, and he was like piggybacking him as he was running in. Would you know who those two spirits are?
No.
No, because he was quite adamant that he wanted to stay. That's okay, because I don't know who he's for. There was also a young woman, and she looks to me like she's in her 20s, and I could see she was just kind of like sitting on a bench, and she was showing me she used to bite her nails. Do you know who that is?
I'm sorry, she was showing what?
That she used to bite her nails.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have any. Yeah, no.
That's fine. Were you after anyone in particular?
Well, my son.
Okay.
And my sister.
Your son and your sister. What was your son's name? Just a Christian name.
Scott.
Scott?
Scott, yes.
Yep. And your sister's name?
Kelly.
Kelly?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just see if I can get either of them through. I can see a young man who's coming through again. I'm not sure if it's him, but I feel like he was young. He was like 19. Does that make sense?
Well, he was older than that, but not.
How old?
He was 29.
He was 29?
29, yeah.
Okay. Did he have dark hair? This man's got dark hair and fair skin.
No.
No? Okay,
No.
I'll push him. No, okay, I'll push him. Get him to wait to the side. Okay, let me just see. There is a female that's stepping forward. I'm not sure if this is your sister. I'll see. She's pointing to her stomach area, and she's showing me issues with her stomach.
Okay.
It's past.
Do
you know who? Do you know who that might be?
Possibly my sister. Could be.
Okay. Did she have stomach issues before she passed, or in her life?
Well, she at the end she did have some issues. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll see. I'll continue with her, and we'll see what she has to say.
Okay.
So just give me a minute. I'll just see what she wants to say to me. She's telling me that you sense her around you. And do you feel her around you and you kind of like turn, or you just feel like she's there?
No, not really. I asked her to come, but I haven't really sensed her.
Yeah, she's because I do see that she is around you, and it's like she walks around you trying to create. It's unusual what she's doing. She's trying to create this energy around you so you can kind of try to tune in. She's showing me she comes to you from the left side as well. All right. But you're dismissing things. Do you get any, do you feel any ringing in your ear, or any feeling like that in your left ear? Because she's showing me she's trying to push and talk to you.
Well, I've had tinnitus for many years, well before she was gone.
Not a medical thing. Yeah, no, that's a different thing. Medical is one thing. Spirit, we'll try to push. We'll try to give you like a ringing in your ear. I know it can be confused like that. So when you take away the medical condition, then you can look at it spiritually. I'll just see what she wants to say to you. She's showing me earrings, and she's dangling them around. Can you connect with the earrings at all?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. Look, I've just been told we've only got about 60 seconds to go. What I can do, if you want to contact me through my email at maryvcircle@gmail.com, I'm happy to continue with this as a free reading for you, and we can organise a time.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. No worries. Well, that's what happens sometimes. Bye-bye. A lot of spirit come through, and we have to kind of like work through them and get to the one. But I'm happy to give Corey a reading at a time that suits her. So anyway, have a good week, everybody, and I'll see you next week. All right. Thank you. Bye.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Love Life
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello everyone, how you doing? It's Friday today in Tasmania, Australia. Beautiful sunny day. Spring is here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Dave just mentioned that the lighting looks a bit brighter. Well, that's because the sun's shining. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's been a huge week for me. I've released my debut book, Bad Boys Fire in the Stars. Check it out on Amazon, guys. Not a bad read, if I do say so myself. On that note, I'm going to do a collective message for everyone watching and listening. If you happen to stumble across this later, this message might just be meant for you. Hopefully it resonates. I had the sun on the bottom of the deck, actually, but I just kept shuffling, so I couldn't hold it up. But look, what a beautiful card to resonate with the weather at the moment. Absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful here in springtime in Tassie. It's really, because we have such cold winters, and when the sun comes out, you get that real fresh burst of, the air. There's just something in the air. Now, listen, I've just dropped half my deck as I was saying that because I was a bit clumsy and I've gone everywhere, so I'm going to pick them up, so I apologise. Waffling on about spring and I drop half my deck. Good one. So anyway, I'll pop it back in. So the sun was there anyway. I mean, the sun's a beautiful card. It's a burst of renewal and warmth, and a really good, energy to have when there's new love or passion or creativity or starting a new project or something like that in your life. It's also a card about healing, and it can be associated with children too, like that kind of inner child enthusiasm for life. And but really, whenever the sun comes out, I see it as a moment of self-actualization, and that's really applicable to me this week. Ticking off one of those milestones that I've always wanted to do was to publish my own book, and I've done it, and life's too short not to do these things, so I hope it inspires everybody else. Having said that, here's the Four of Pentacles. This is the collective message. The Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, it's actually quite a clever card because it means being frugal in a good way with money, and plans. So it means holding onto your pennies tight. There could be lots of offers there tempting you, or things that you, blinking their little lights, so to speak, to say, well, buy me. But it's like, no, I'm going to be reserved. I'm going to plan carefully financially, looking at the bigger picture of stuff. And that's very much what this card's about. I mean, if it comes out in a relationship reading, it could mean withholding stuff, having your walls up a bit and being reluctant to open up. But in a financial, business related reading, that's what this generally means. And when you look at the image in the background, she's holding onto her purse tight. She's got money in there, and there's this background of this city just full of riches and, tempting things that she might want to go and buy and check out and indulge in, but she's planning wisely and choosing not to. So that's the Four of Pentacles. I'll pull the next card because I haven't got a caller that I can see just yet. The Knight of Swords. This probably couldn't mean any more opposite energy, to be honest. The Knight of Swords means racing into something, really being determined and pursuing something that you want. So in this card, it depicts the knight running towards this motorcycle and being determined to do so as well, because the knight's often gone through quite a painful journey on his own, and he's just grown so strong from his painful lessons that nothing's going to stand in his way now. So I guess in a way, combined with, hi Kelly, how you going? I can see your name there. I will be right with you in a second. So I guess in a way, with the collective message, with the Four of Pentacles, planning your resources wisely and not spending on something for the bigger picture, which you're going to pursue with that energy of the Knight of Swords, and with sheer determination, not letting anyone hold you back. Now, how you doing, Kelly? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Wonderful. What can I do for you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how dark do you want to go tonight? Because I'm in a really bad place.
Are you? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Kelly. Look, as you were telling me that, the Justice card just flew out, and I always pick out flyers. And, whatever you're going through at the moment, you just said you're in a very dark place, and I'm sorry to hear that. Trust that things are going to be okay, all right? Here's the Justice card, and the Justice card really does recognise that when things have been challenging and difficult, it's that karmic law, okay? It applies to all of us, is that whatever you're going through at the moment, Kelly, as difficult and tragic and hard as what it might be, there's always something positive that's going to come out of this, okay? Whether that's making you stronger or whether or not that's really solidifying your values in what you want and or you know, all that sort of stuff. And justice is here to say justice will be done. Okay. Now, the two cards that also came out next to this, and I'll read these because I felt quite strongly that these cards are meant for you as that one literally flew out as you told me that. You've got the Queen of Pentacles and you've got the Star, Kelly. So the Queen of Pentacles is normally a really, really positive card when it comes to money, finances. She's a very motherly, warm energy who's very nurturing and giving to everybody else. Being next to the Star, I'm picking up there's possibly some health problems going on for you, okay? And the reason I say that is because the Star is a beautiful, healing, emotional energy that can often come out just to remind you not to give up hope, okay? So if you can sort of see here in the picture, I'm not sure, that there's this woman kneeling there and she's gazing up at the stars, and it's a real vibe of hope and not to give up. And next to the Queen of Pentacles, that's what I'm picking up on. So you don't have to confirm or deny that, but this is the main energy that's popped out around you. Now, if you have a question, jump in right now, and otherwise I'll just keep going with your general energy. What do you think?
Just keep going.
Keep going? Okay. All right. So I'm going to give it another shuffle, Kelly. And like I said, as difficult as what this is, the two big cards, which is the Star and Justice coming out, there is healing here. Things will go your way. Do not give up hope. Okay. I think too, with the energy of the Queen of Pentacles there, given that she would signify that you are somebody who's given a lot of support to other people in the past, please don't be afraid to reach out and ask for support from those around you, because often it can be the case with those that are the most supportive people to others are the ones that are the most reluctant to accept it back. But these cards would be advising you to suck it up and just do that and turn to those people who are closest to you, Kelly, because they're there for you. Now, I've got the Eight of Cups and I've got the Fool and I've got the Three of Swords here as well. So this would signify heartbreak and leaving something behind of huge emotional significance. Okay, the Three of Swords, it can either mean a relationship or a friendship or something literally that's broken your heart. Okay, you know, and walking away from that with the Eight of Cups energy there, it's a little bit like, it's so hard, but you know deep down it's what you need to do to detach yourself from this situation, because, you know, the Three of Swords is never nice to see. It literally does mean heartbreak, sadness, bad news, you know, especially in relationships and friendships and stuff. But it can link to anything really. But I mean, look, the image says enough within itself. So that's picking up on your heartbreak, your disappointment, the struggles that would be going on for you emotionally. Also, with the Eight of Cups energy, you might be questioning yourself, you know, am I doing the right thing? Whatever decision you've made around this, you know, it can be a little bit like second guessing yourself. Whatever you've decided to walk away or to emotionally detach from this situation, you have made the right choice, okay? Trust me, because there's bigger and better things coming. Here's the Fool. The Fool is all about brand new beginnings, falling into something new with an open heart, okay? So whilst one door has closed here for you, Kelly, a brand new one's about to open. And, you know, here's the Nine of Swords here, which is really recognising the struggles that you're going through, the anxiety, the tears, the worries, all that sort of stuff. It's really not a nice card, this one, but I don't know if you can see the screen or not. A good thing about this card is it encourages you to keep letting out your emotions, because if you bottle them up, that's when it can get really hard. So just let it out. It's it's catharsis, you know. Now I've got the Two of Cups here. Okay. So do you mind if I clarify, Kelly, is some of your pain to do with a breakup or an argument in a relationship or a friendship?
It would be with the loss of my son and the loss of my daughter-in-law.
Is this all recent?
It's 8 years this year, but it was just August, and
that's just devastating. So you're still
I
very
have,
thick raised.
well, I have their daughter that I raised. So, I mean, that's a reminder every day. And lately, she's been asking a lot of questions that I don't have answers to.
Okay.
And I don't.
So I guess you're just wondering how to give her support, but as well as, I guess, be able to cope with what you're going through too, because that sounds huge. And I mean, it's difficult because when you know, especially children are asking about these sorts of things that you might not feel you have the answer for, please be honest with her from your heart, okay, Kelly? Because that's the only thing you can do. And even though you're struggling as well, and you're in a lot of pain, you can name that up with her, because that's going to help her to be able to navigate her way through her grief too, and to name up her emotions. It really sounds like a difficult time for you, but look, with the two twos coming out here, that really shows quite beautiful energy with partnerships and relationships. So I'm feeling as though you and your stepdaughter, did you say? I think you did. Sorry, I've got to go in a second. I've just been given the prompt. Are going to kind of heal and nurture each other through all of this, so you can share your emotions with her. And when she's asking you those questions, please just answer honestly, you know. And if you don't know how to answer, just say, I don't know how to answer that right now, but you can come back to her afterwards with something that you might feel more comfortable sharing with her. But please reach out for those around you, Kelly, for support if you need to. Trust that it's going to be okay. On a universal level, this is all going to make sense one day on a soul level, and I can promise you your loved ones are still very much with you. I'd love to keep going with you, but I have to go, unfortunately. I've just been given the prompt that my show is about to end. So I hope that's been helpful for you, Kelly, and please be kind to yourself and take it one day at a time, because grief is a very long, slow journey and it's different for everyone. All right, as for everybody else, take care, and I'll be back same time next week. Thank you.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. Live from Facebook.com/group/JennaLees.crystal.shop.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Beautiful Life
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. I am Jenna Lee. Happy Wednesday. I just want to make a little bit of a disclaimer right now that I can now be found on Facebook under Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee. It's a new page that I'm up and running, so that if you want to message me, communicate with me, see the teachings that I have been up to, you can now find me there, and we will update it on the show soon. Another thing that I would like to just kind of go into for just a moment is I have injured my leg. I was having so much fun and I injured my leg. So please bear with me. I might be a little bit off tonight in my energy, but I do have some fun things that I would love to talk about. So when it comes to being a human, right, it can be very challenging and very beautiful at the same time. As humans, we are so sensitive to other people's energy around us. And when we are going through challenges, we often make it a little bit more difficult than it should be because we do absorb other people's energy. We do take on other people's energy. And the challenge is that a lot of us take on other people's energy and we do not know that we have done that. So we're taking on their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions, their vibrations, and then we make them our own. And one thing that I've had to learn over my course of working on other people, of reading other people, of just communicating with other people is how to separate my energy from what is mine and what is everybody else's. Now, in the past, really coming into more of my abilities, I would all of a sudden have high anxiety. I would stress a lot. I'd be very highly emotional, sometimes even sick, and just not even know what was wrong with me. So one of the things I've often had to teach myself, my children, and my clients is how to separate my energy from everybody else's energy that I have come into contact with. So that's kind of what I'd like to talk to you about today. Okay, perfect. I'm just writing my notes down. We have a caller. I'll take that in just a moment. But going into this, what I'd like to teach you tonight is how to separate your emotions and energy from everybody else's. One of the ways you can tell that you have gathered up other people's energy is a mood flip, right? Have you gone from happy to upset instantaneously? Maybe some high anxiety that just kind of came out of nowhere. You're thinking about things that maybe you shouldn't even be worried about. And also the other signs could be like muscle tension in your body, headaches, dizziness. And those are a few signs that you have taken on other people's energy and created it to be your own. And that's the first step, is like identifying that something is wrong and then being able to separate it. So I'm just going to pause for right there because I do have a caller, and I believe I seen it was Ida from Louisiana. Is that what it was?
Yes, ma'am, that's me.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Got a little bit of a leg injury going on, so I'm moving quite a bit, but I'm great. What can I do for you today?
I guess I'm just kind of wanting a reading, possibly, I reckon, a future reading, and I want to know if my deceased girlfriend knew that I generally cared for her and loved her before she passed on, if that's possible.
Will you do me a favor and tell me your full birthday so I can get your energy, please?
Sure. It's November the 13th, 1985.
Okay, I do numerology, and that's how I tune in as soon as I get your birthday. And then, believe it or not, I have to remove my human glasses so I can do readings the spiritual way. What is your girlfriend's birthday?
It was July the 14th, 1984.
Okay. And what is her name?
Her name was Tori.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm just tuning in really quickly. How long has she been passed for now?
A little over a year.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, definitely the first thing I do pick up is a lot of love for you. The other thing that I really pick up on is she definitely had some work to do when she transitioned over. Looked like she had a lot of heaviness and a lot of anger. Are you aware of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
So
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We had separated a month before her passing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, now this is how I see things. So if this goes against your belief, please just dismiss anything that does not fit you. But I have been able to see since I was about 3 years old, and from my perspective, a lot of people do go into a healing center, is what I would call it. And we have a lot of work to do sometimes because being a human is hard. And it's like layers, like removing the layers of the energy and the emotions of being a human. And so that's where I seen that she went to straight away, is she's really working on anger, forgiveness, because it looks like she held on to a lot of things in her lifetime. She just packed it on. And when I can see her for her without all the heavy human, she has a lot of love, and she liked to laugh a lot, and she's kind of funny. Yeah. So yes, of course she sees you for who you are and how much she meant to you. And she's also very aware of your situation, your heart and your mind, and everything that I guess I would say she puts you through, and vice versa, because they're able to see clearly with the eyes of the other side. And that's part of the healing, is how they made you feel, and stepping into your shoes. So of course she knows that you love her, that you were there. She knows your challenges, she knows your heart, and she has been around. You might not feel her as strongly just because she is healing, but she's there a lot. And it looks like she tends to show up frequently when you're getting ready for sleep, while you are sleeping. Definitely right before sleep, though. So are you communicating with her or talking to her right before you go to bed? Is that something you've been doing?
No, ma'am, not really. I hardly ever go to sleep.
Oh, are you having a hard time sleeping right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How long's that been going on for?
Since right before she passed.
Okay. Is that with trauma? Is that trauma induced? Is that what that is?
I think so. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm just going to tune into that really quickly. Okay. I want to help you sleep, because sleeping is very important to us. Yeah. Are you aware? Have you ever heard of binaural beats?
I'm sorry. What is that?
It's called binaural beats. It's where you have headphones, and this side of your ear on the headphone will hear a certain pitch or tune. This certain ear is going to hear a different pitch or tune, and together the brain makes up a third frequency. And I frequently used to use binaural beats for happiness, for joy, weight loss, okay, things like that, but also for sleep. And having some type of binaural beat or frequency music is going to help to clear out your energy, because it looks like you have a lot of anxiety, and you just it's almost like it's more than anxiety. It's almost like a panic. Like if you fall asleep, it's like your body kind of panics. Is that what you're experiencing?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, so being able to calm your nervous system down is going to be the key here for you to sleep. Yes, okay. Where are you located? Louisiana. Have you ever heard of like ice bathing or cold plunging or anything like that?
I've heard of that before.
If you could ever do it, please look into it. I know it sounds horrendous, especially if you're from the heat in Louisiana, but being in the cold for up to 2 minutes when you get into cold water, it will rebalance your whole nervous system, clear your mind.
Okay.
It becomes more like a meditation, because it's so cold, you can't think of anything but the cold. So you have to breathe. You start breathing in deeply. Everything about sitting in cold water for 2 minutes is going to help rebalance your nervous system and help you to sleep. But she is coming to you while you are sleeping, or right before sleep especially. So that is when I would tune in. I would talk to her, tell her everything that you want to tell her. Like, there looks like there needs to be some forgiveness on your part too. And but the one thing I need you to know, because she's telling me, is that you're doing much better than you think you are. You're so hard on yourself, and you actually have been doing a better job than you're giving yourself credit for. It's okay to let all the negative go so that you can grow. She is sending a lot of love again, because she's saying, I love you. And okay, so she's also saying that she forgives you for anything too. And that's part of her healing process. She's lightening the load so she can fully transition over to the other side. So, is there other questions that you might have that I've kind of gone quickly over that you might need some clarification on?
No, ma'am, that's good.
Are you happy or is this sad? Which one is it?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have other questions that I might be able to help you out with?
No, ma'am, that's it.
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Tell yourself the most kindest things about yourself because you are doing a great job. And I know it's still difficult and you are still grieving. During the grieving process, our body depletes itself of a micronutrient called selenium. And if you do not have selenium in your system, it's going to make the grieving process harder. So I would definitely recommend some selenium as well as vitamin D3/5, and that's going to help you with your depression and the grieving process as well so that you can overcome this and not so much of a heavier way, but making it lighter for yourself. But please be kind to yourself because you're going to get there. If you can do some healing modalities that I've been talking to you about, I think that you would be bounced out of it. And I would say about 6 months, not that the grief is ever going to fully go away, but to feel more like yourself and be more happy. I see that happening in about 6 months' time, just so you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great night, okay?
Thank you. You too. Thank
You're
you so
welcome.
much.
Okay, I think next we have Suzette from Ontario, Canada.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for picking me for the reading tonight.
You're welcome. Thank you. What can I help you out with today?
I was wondering if you can look into career for me, if you see a new job coming for me.
Hey, when is your full birthday? If you'll give it to me so I can tune into your energy better, please.
Sure, my full birthday is December 21st, 1973.
Perfect, thank you. You can probably hear my marker squeaking. I apologize for that. Oh, you got some challenges. Okay, I'm sorry. I do numerology, so I just see the chart really quickly and grab your energy. Okay, so I know that you're asking about career, but I do want to go over a few things really quickly because as soon as I gathered your energy, the first thing that came in was like a wave of anxiety and overthinking and overthinking and overthinking. So is that what you do? You overthink everything?
I do, and lately, yes, I've been doing it a lot until spinning.
Yeah, okay. So I have another question for you just because in your energy, let's see, I don't know how to correctly word this, so I apologize, but it's almost like you've experienced a lot throughout your lifetime, especially when you were younger, of people just not being kind to you and more like women not being kind to you. Is that accurate?
Yes, very accurate.
Yeah. Okay, because that is something that I really want you to clear up before you go into a new job. It's almost like you're carrying PTSD from women kind of being negative or bullying or betraying you, that there's a vibration that's going with that. And I would really like you to clear this up before you get a new job because a new job is coming. I can definitely see you starting fresh, but it's almost like since you haven't made up your mind of how you want to feel or what you want to do, it's almost like a limiting belief that is fighting up against your conscious mind. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So I'm just tuning in a little bit more. Bear with me. I injured my leg and every time I move it, I get a pain. And so it kind of throws me off just a little bit. But the one thing about you that looks like you're really good at communicating and listening to other people and really communicating with them. Are you aware of that you can communicate really well and get people to almost like understand a new direction that they need to go?
Yes, especially with the younger generation, like the teenager years. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So what did you do previously for work, or what are you doing right now?
So previously I was in accounting and then a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And now I'm looking to go back. I'm studying Pilates, but I'm hoping for something. I was thinking of a high school counselor.
Yes. So I would have actually said a therapist or counselor. I don't know where you're at with your degrees or how you guys do things up there in Canada, but something like that, even a life coach of some kind. I can still see you almost being like a team leader and helping people with direction. They're just showing me this image of you with several people in the room, and you're the leader and you're giving advice and knowledge and directing people. So that's why I was talking to you about that. When you're talking about is they need direction. They need people who understand, because so many of the teens are just missing the light. And so I currently, for the last 11 years, have done spiritual hypnosis, and I work a lot with teenagers to help rebalance their mind and, bring the light from the other side back in. So, I mean, even different types of nutrition to help them rebalance their brain, it is much needed. And I can see you doing that. So I definitely would have said a counselor, life coach, or something like that. What do you need in order to become a therapist up there?
Oh, I'd have to go back to school for sure.
And how many years is that after?
I haven't looked fully into it. I haven't looked into it. I just, because I have a teenage son. So then I don't know. It just came to my mind.
Yes. Okay. Do me a favor, because becoming a therapist might not be the right path per se, but there are a lot of different things that are very similar. Like life coaching is very similar. I myself, where I do hypnosis and had to learn how to communicate with the subconscious mind, I am able to talk to people much like a therapist would and dig in there and ask a bunch of questions. And then I learned a lot of healing modalities. So I'm able to do like EFT tapping, energy work, kinetic shifting, which is like pulling negative energy out of the body and replacing it. There's so many different modalities without needing a college degree per se. So please look into like some type of coaching or something similar, or even inventing a program that would allow people to come in and, gather together, like some sort of support system. Because you have an idea coming. I know you do. You just need to clear your mind and your old energy out. Oh, also, they're telling me for you to do some inner child work as well, to go back in and heal your little girl and give her lots of love and become playful again, the same way you would when you were a child. And you're going to start getting more creative ideas. Yeah.
Oh. And how would I clear out?
Okay, tell me again. What's the question? Okay,
how do I clear
the
out the
negative
energy?
energy. Okay, the negative energy from like the people being mean to you, I guess.
Yeah.
So if it were me and I've had that experience before, I'd use lots of different modalities. I do forgiveness work where I literally call on their higher self and imagine them with me in front of me, and I ask for forgiveness, or I tell them that I forgive them. I tell them I'm safe enough to let this go. I tell myself that I no longer need that energy. I do different types of EFT tapping to get it out of my body. I do Ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I do a lot of different modalities to just clear it out. And I would start with those. So again, calling their higher self down, telling them anything that you need to. You know what? You were mean to me, and there must have been a lesson in this for me, for patience, forgiveness, tolerance, self-esteem. So thank you for the lessons, but I no longer need to carry the hardship. I'm choosing to let that go, right? EFT tapping to get it out of my system, so I'm no longer carrying it anymore. I choose to fully release this to the best of my ability. I choose to let this go. I choose to be as happy as I can. This is no longer a vibration in my system. I mean, whatever comes to your mind, just let it go. And doing the work every day for 2 weeks should really significantly shift And then when you do that, then I would do the inner child. Sorry, I do this because my little girl sits on my shoulder. So I'm always checking in with her. So I'm tapping my left shoulder and I just talk to my little girl. I want her to feel safe. I want her to know I'm here for her. I play and I invite her to come out and play, and tuning into that childlike energy will then help you to understand what direction you need to go to work with kids and children. And you know what? Just anybody in general, because you're really good at giving them direction and allowing them to feel heard. So, yep, start writing your ideas down because it's going to come to you.
Oh, perfect.
Do you have any other questions I can help you with tonight?
Do you see me living at my current house longer than, or maybe 2 years?
Okay, is the question, do I see you living in the current home for longer than 2 years?
Yeah, like, or up to 2 years.
Okay. Are you leasing or something? Is that why you're asking this?
No, I bought, but I'm in the middle of a divorce.
Oh, okay. And are you wanting to keep the house? Is that what you're wanting to do?
I do, yes.
Yeah. You know, at this current time, I do not see you staying in that home. But I think that I think it's more or less going to open up new opportunities for you by leaving that place when the time comes. I actually think it's going to open up opportunities. It's like getting rid of the old to come into something fresh. And if you choose to see it like that, like this is ending, you know, negative things or however you want to look at it, and I get to receive new blessings and new opportunities, it'll lighten that up for you. But I do see you moving at this current time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And would it be less than 2 years?
I see less than 2 years on this current timeline. Now, if you guys make a different decision, it could always change the future, but I see it less than 2 years at this current time. But it's going to be as easy as you allow your mind to make it for you. If that is something that happens and you do move, please make a habit of writing down to the universe everything you do want for your next place and the next new beginnings, because they will provide that for you. Every detail you possibly can think of for your new place, everything that you want, and they will give that to you. That's how I get all my new beginnings with houses and homes. And just make it as easy as possible for you. Don't fight it if the universe says that to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would I have the job by the end of this year?
Yes, I do see you having a job. It might not be the one that we were just talking about with helping the kids, but yeah, you're going to have a job. You're going to be fine. That's going to be good for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I hope you have a great night, and I want to hear back from you in a few months or so, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night. Okay, guys. I only have just a short period of time, but one of the things I'd like you to know is that when we're taking on other people's energy, we're going to flip our mood. So the first thing I do is ask, who have I been around that I've taken on their energy? And that one question, who is wrong with me, helps me to separate the energy. And as soon as I do that, I start to pull out the energy and just release it physically. And that takes it from me. So I get my energy more clear and back to myself. I'm going to talk more about this in the future. Thank you so much. Again, you can watch me on YouTube on Moonstruck TV Wednesdays nights at 8:30 Mountain Standard Time. You can find me on Your Beautiful Life with Jenna Lee on Facebook. I hope you have a great night, and I will see you again next Wednesday, 8:30 Mountain Standard Time, 10:30 East Coast Time. Take care.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Your Beautiful Life with Jenna.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is astrology and psychic reading
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. For this segment, I hope you've all had an amazing week. Today I'm live from a SIP and social event that's in Sydney at the Hilton. So it's a conference on marketing using social media. So it's very informative, very different, and I love networking in a different space than what I usually am. So today we've got with the planets, we do have an eclipse coming up on Monday. So it's Monday for me. So it's the lunar eclipse. It's going to be in Pisces. So it's happening at 4:11 a.m. That is my time in Sydney on the 8th. So this lunar eclipse might be a little bit emotional, a bit intense. It's in the sign of Pisces, which is a very emotional sign. So you may feel this one. It is also got an opposition happening to Mercury in Virgo. We will be having a solar eclipse in Virgo at the end of the month. So these themes are going to be coming up also with this lunar eclipse. It will be about communication, about thinking, and it could be a sense of overthinking or, wanting to be more empathetic to people, really getting in touch with your emotions, but also your spirituality and your spirituality needs and what is happening with a big transformation that's happening around you during this eclipse. I feel like you're wanting to get things right, Think about Pacific, because it's got that Virgo energy was having perfection and wanting to get things just done the right particular way. We've also got linked with the North Node. So it will be linked with your life lesson or your destiny during this, you got this lifetime. So you might be thinking a lot more about what you're meant to be doing here, what you're here for, what you're calling in life. And these are things that will be coming up and resurfacing during this eclipse. We also have a try to Jupiter, which is all about luck. So there is a sense of feeling lucky, feeling confident, feeling good emotionally as well, coming up during this eclipse that's happening. If you want a chance to see it, by all means, go out and see it. I feel like these eclipses look spectacular if you can get out there and you can get ready to go and see it. We've also got happening this week. We do have, and there is during this eclipse, a square between Mars and Jupiter. This might make you feel not as confident, emotionally feeling good, but there could be a sense here of you get your anger might be coming up. We do have Mars, which is in Libra. It's about fighting for justice. So if justice hasn't been served, you could be feeling a little bit, agitated. Maybe even not feeling like just getting to you. So it's really about calming those nerves or calming that down if that is coming up with you with that square to Jupiter to Mars. We also got, and that's going to be its full square happening on the 5th, the day after the eclipse. On the 6th, we've got Uranus starting its retrograde. So that's going to be more thinking. It's going to be in Gemini. So it's that's that networking, that being social butterfly, but it's more within. So you're more thinking about your future, more thinking about how you connect to people. So it's a lot more going within than external. So I do feel like this eclipse will be about transformation or transformation within yourself. I do feel like it's about enhancing your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities. I do feel like it's about expanding on knowledge in terms of spirituality as well. Could be a sense of being have a lot of more empathy for people, being over empathetic. That could be coming up to. I really feel like it's just this inward, a lot in your head, inward thinking. I feel like it's also about expanding the truth. There might be truths that are coming out, but people want to expand on that. And I really feel like you might be falling in the victim, I mean, because it's Pisces. So it could be a thing of actually you be falling in the victim, like you making excuses could also be coming up. So you want you to get out of that energy and rise more in the positive energy of Pisces and more connect to spirituality and embrace the trends to change this is going to bring. And if you get emotional, embrace that. It's hard for me to say because I don't like being emotional, but embrace it for this one. All right, let's go to the caller. We got Christina, who's in Winnipeg, it's in Canada. So, hi, Christina. How are you?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Pardon me?
How can I help you today? So, what do you want to know?
I'm looking if there's any upcoming changes coming soon, good or anything that I should be prepared for.
Like work? You mean like doing work?
For anything, it's been any changes. It's been a rough few years, so I'm just wondering if there's going to be anything to look forward to or more of the same.
Okay. I feel like I'm drawn to your work because when you're talking about, I heard work. So I'm going to go to your career or your work. I see a stop sign, but I feel like you are going to be quite flexible. Like you need to be flexible. What's coming up over the next, I feel like 6 weeks or 6 months. It's like you are going to land on your feet, but I do feel like where you are, they might be it's like cuts being made, or there's like cuts or shortages. But I feel like you're a very well-rounded person, but it's like another door like that closes that saying and that one opens up. But I see you also being on solid ground. So I know you're going to be okay. I feel like it's time now just to be prepared, just to get ready for what's coming up. Because I feel like a lot of people are going to be sort of shocked with what's coming with the work. I feel like there's a sense here of the like a restructure of the business too. But I feel like that I just see you being quite flexible and working around it and getting to like you're feeling more empowered in yourself as well is what I feel like with this. I feel like that I want to say that getting the resume ready, like get the resume ready, get it out, starting to get out there. I know we're in September now, but I don't feel like that there's going to be like rumblings or like we're talking about things get to this month or even by the end of the month, there's like whispers or talking about it. Where is it that you're working?
Currently, I'm not. I'm looking for something very specific, and it hasn't really been panning out. So I'm frustrated, and I keep getting told things are going to change.
Is it a shortage? Like, I keep seeing like cuts being made or shortages. So is it like what you're doing? Is there a shortage of people, or is there like cuts being made in the industry? What are you looking for?
I'm trying to break into more of a technical position, more data analytics. So I don't know if there's a shortage or not.
Like AI?
Because I'm breaking into that. Oh no, I not AI, more like reporting, using the creative side to go through data and see where changes occur and that type of thing.
But AI could do this role. I feel like for you, it's about flexibility here. I see you being flexible. So I feel like in what you want to do, you need to market yourself as something different. So I feel like you will land on your feet. I see you landing on your feet here. I haven't seen the cuts, but as you're talking about AI, so I feel like what you can do, AI can also do. So I feel like you need to market yourself different that AI can't do. I do feel like you are going to get a contract and you are going to land a job, and I feel like it could be maybe by the end of this year. But I feel like you're more of a consultant as well, like you're more consulting things on this too. I feel like
I didn't think of that.
I feel like I see you like talking consulting, but you need to rebrand yourself. So I feel like, because I feel like in your industry there's going to be cuts, and I feel like it's the AI that's going to be cut. Why it's going to be cut? I feel like when you even get to, and I feel like for you though, I see you transforming yourself. You're getting through this, but you need to think outside the box. I just been getting you need to be flexible. There's flexibility here for you. But you will land a job. You will land a contract.
It's funny because I started taking classes to get into more of the analytics. So for AI to kind of take that over, it's, I guess, even more frustrating. I've been kind of in limbo for a while, and I guess I'm not really sure where I should be going.
I feel like for you, you need to use your background knowledge to then remarket yourself and to move forward. I feel like you are more than just I can't say the word, what you're doing, you're more than just that. So I feel like for you, it's about what your background knowledge is, whether like you need to do that and infuse that in where you want to go.
Okay.
I feel like that
Okay,
you're very, very...
No, I'm sorry. Keep going.
I feel like you're very brave and I feel like you've got the confidence to do this. I feel like it's all about telling your story to other people as well. So I feel like it's about marketing yourself and projecting yourself out there. I feel like you're very knowledgeable at a certain thing. It's not what you're studying; it's something else that you're really good at. Even if I feel like you're a good storyteller as well, and you're good at informing people into what's going on. But you're dodging bullets here, so you're going to. I guess like by the end of the year, there's something for you. There's opportunity for you. It's only about 6 weeks or 6 months. There's a 6 with yes.
Any clue as to where I should be looking? I'm just searching everywhere, and I'm not coming up with nothing.
So I don't know. My geography skills aren't that great. I'm pretty bad at my geography, but I'm seeing cities. So I feel like for you, about landing somewhere in the city. I see like a city area, like I see tall buildings. But you need to market yourself. So I'm getting like market yourself. But I know you're going to do well. It's just thinking outside the box, thinking different.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher because that's all I've been doing. I don't know where to go with that.
Look, it's all about you, even starting a social media page and connecting with people about topics that people are interested in. I just feel like what you're doing is sort of like what I'm learning about today. A little bit about social media and where to move forward. But I feel like with you can market yourself. It's all about how you're going to market yourself. Okay, but I see you on solid ground, so I know you're going to be able to get through this. I know you're going to be okay, but I just see you being very flexible and wide, and don't be so narrow-minded. But I'm not that you're not. I know that you're not. But just think outside the box.
Okay. I will give that a shot.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for calling in today. So, guys, if you want to contact me for a reading, you can. My Facebook page is Lady D Psychic Parties. My website is also Lady D Psychic Parties. My Instagram is Lady D Psychic. My TikTok is Lady D Psychic. The same as my YouTube channel, Lady D Psychic. And I will see you for my show next week where I will be going to Young. So it'll be in Young or maybe even on the road. We'll see how we go. But thank you, and I'll see you next week. So bye for now.
This is your mini medium on the A1R Psychic Radio and the forever and always beautiful Moonstruck TV. And I'll tell you, I am here with so much excitement and so many fun things happening and just such good energy after this last week and what's to come this weekend. So I can't wait to see really, what energy comes again of our readings today. And every week has just been phenomenal. So I had a great week.